Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Right. We had to deal with the animated skull. What's it in the room?
And then there was a statue thing that
That's the last.
hypnotized us all.
That's the last thing.
Let's go in chronological order.
Yeah, we found a couple of previously deserted rooms that were
One was a potionary,
yes, yeah.
one was the architect's room.
The mage got fucking treasure.
Yeah, because
up
of the
wazoo.
plans you got.
All he didn't get was a bag of holding to hold all the treasure.
You
I'm
got,
sure that's
you
coming
got a
next.
treasure.
Fingers crossed.
You got a couple of treasures.
More than a couple.
I
got a staff?
I got a cool
Literally
staff.
2. That's a couple.
Didn't you get other stuff? You got a spell book and.
Well,
That's probably
he got a spell scroll which Ross found because it was just happened to be a handy one for dealing with the skulls. Then you got the staff, which is a cool staff. And now you want a lot of cool things. And then
And
you
he seems
found,
to be getting them.
By the way, have you got any more of that cool stuff? I can make you feel good.
you've done that joke before.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Also, really, I don't think you can. I think we all feel bad.
Yeah. Then you also found the book in the false bottom of a chest. That book is all about the wisdoms,
Oh, and we
yes,
found
yes,
the
yes,
map
yes,
of.
yes.
Well,
Yeah,
not the map. The model of the castle.
which is why you've now got a copy of the printout of
Yeah.
The
Raven,
map.
Ravenloft Castle.
Don't imagine that's going to come in useful till like.
And we didn't happen to find any voodoo dolls of Strata or anything, which would have been useful.
And then I think from there,
And yeah, then we had the whole incident with the statue where we got in.
we also went into that dining room with a big feast set up. That was
Oh,
an illusion.
nice.
And then you had the
I got
the
me
jug.
a jug of magic wine.
You got a magic jug. Then you tried to leap the. Well, you guys leapt, flew, did all bits and pieces to jump over the sort of damaged balcony.
strolled gingerly across.
Was that after the statue?
That was before the statue.
That's
Okay.
to get through the statue.
That's what I thought.
And then you ended up in the statue room. Well, everyone except for Narlag ended up in the statue room.
Who is currently like heavily injured and sort of just sitting at the bottom. Sitting
In a library.
You found the
No,
library.
you found
Yeah,
found
he's
the
still
library.
injured. He's sitting in a library.
But yeah, you knocked over. Oh yeah,
Library treasure.
Rin was not happy about being.
Oh yeah, Rin destroyed that fucking statue.
Yep. I believe that's where you were left up. I don't think we really need to do like a previously on sort of thing. I think that's probably relatively well
Yeah.
covered it. Because I don't know how I'd condense that into a fun.
You can't really condense 4 rooms even more. Like, yeah,
I don't know. We did 3 hours of it last time,
apparently. Well,
and so yes, I can condense it.
We went into some rooms and did some stuff.
not
This
much
week.
happened.
Found some things. Found some other things. Looked at a statue. Fell off a balcony.
Okay, so that's all D&D. It's been great, guys. Thanks for playing with us.
Folks, we solved it.
So we ended last week on like Rin knocking the statue over and breaking the
Yep.
Swarstone.
Yep. And Narlag had discovered a secret door because he had seen Rin find 2 or 3 other ones already.
I think it was 3 already.
Yeah.
With his keen elf eyes.
Which was a staircase leading up and into a library.
I thought he was not an elf.
This is out of character.
Oh, right.
All right. So, who wants to go first? You got party of 1 in the library.
I mean, you guys had just knocked down the statue, so if you guys want to go on from there, or
I think it needs to kick off with why he's like, oh man, my statue. There was a lot of ways of approaching that, and that was a nice statue. The hell, dude.
Excuse me a moment. And Rin picks up the head of the statue.
That's a hefty claim because this is a decent sized statue made of obsidian.
I thought you said it was a person size, or could
Uh,
he lift it?
Do you want help, bro?
Actually, no. It's about person
Does he
size.
have the game?
So yeah, it'll be little. Just the head will be fine. Yeah.
What I was picturing is him picking that up and hurling that against the wall.
Okay.
You want to roll a thing?
Athletics, please.
Athletics.
Do you want an assist?
Perhaps not.
I don't think this is the sort of thing you assist with.
We could assist.
This is Rin having a little temper tantrum. So no assistance is required.
I can assist with lightning.
Athletics. So that's a 9.
It's a 9.
Wait, hang on. Did that just move?
Okay, so there's those hefty grunt. Rin launches this head, sort of like an underarm throw towards the wall, that sort of like just really underpowers it, and it just sort of hits the wall, drops to the ground, rolls back over, and you just sort of see the face sort of just leaning and looking towards you guys again.
There weren't any.
I got you, buddy.
Were there?
No, well, where the sort of there was a blank face under.
You
a
just help me out. I'm going to help you out, and I pick it up and do it myself.
Why do we?
I got 17.
17.
Smash.
Yeah, there is a decent sort of like a circular smash mark in the side of in the amber in the wall, and this head is just like crumbled into like.
There you go, buddy. I got you. You got me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulrich. I do not appreciate my mind being interfered with in such a way.
No, same. And you stopped it.
All right.
At least that was my memory of it. Like, because you
I'm
did
not
the
going
thing.
to spell.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
That also, Wizard White ordered. Thank you for your assisting in breaking its hold over us.
No, of course. One for all, all for one.
So what else is in this room?
And then something else happens.
Something.
okay.
At the moment we know about the statue, I didn't really get much else.
Okay, yeah, because basically as soon as you walked in, you guys were basically under the thrall of the statue. You looking around, straight away I'm not at this point not even rolling. You are so in tune with secret doors that there is another one to the just off to your right hand side as you're at the base of the statue. So heading northwards, and also directly behind you, about 10 feet behind, is a set of double doors leading off to the east.
Ulrich, if you would put your shoulder into that secret door that is over there, there may be something behind it.
Athletics.
Yeah, just strength.
Oh. Wait, because it was 26 with.
Well, I don't imagine it's going to be that much different. Okay, you push against this door, and you feel like there's sort of like there's a lot of items sort of pushed up, like stacked up against the other side of it. But as you sort of push, you sort of hear like this rattling sound as they sort of start falling out of the road. And what you guys see as sort of Ulrich's got his shoulder into this is just a small trickle of skulls just start pouring out of this doorway and just sort of pooling into the room.
Maybe shut the door. Maybe shut the door. Skull door. Skull door. Skull door.
Oh, this is certainly
It's a skull
curious
village.
form of treasure that they
I rolled 19 on the roll, so my bonus, I'm just assuming it goes easily for me.
There is no stopping this party bus. We're going into the skull room.
But essentially, like
I want to get off Mr. Bones as well, right?
essentially, this is a small sort of alcove of a room, maybe 5-6 feet square, and just the ceiling's still the same sort of height as the rest of the was about 30 foot high. But yeah, this just has a confined space, and it would have been stacked above the height of the doors, full of skulls.
So they've really made good use of the space.
How did they close the door?
Magic.
Like,
But you're basically
teleporting skulls into them.
yeah, they must have teleported them in there. Otherwise, there's
you basically have like this sort of flow of old, sort of moldy skulls that have sort of flowed around the edge.
Is there like a rubbish
around?
Because they wouldn't have been like not skulls. Yeah, sorry, they would have been just heads when they were put in there. That'd be smelly.
Well, that's an assumption.
Is there like a rubbish chute, like coming down from somewhere into like the room, or like?
Well, as it currently
I'm-
stands,
I'm-
you're sort of standing there in about 2-3 feet of skull flow.
How many skulls are there?
There you are.
Hundreds.
It's some
That's
more,
a phrase I've
random
never
body parts to
think
add to
I've
your
heard
collection.
before.
Skull flow.
Skull flow.
That actually doesn't vibe for me. That's actually kind of icky. If you guys can, if you would be so kind as to sort this one out, I'll get the next room.
I'm just
Hey,
climbing
I'll
over
get-
them.
So
I'll get
really
the
interested
foot
to
room,
know how the fuck
you'll
they got in there.
dismember parts off of a slimy aberration, but these desiccated skulls are too much for your sensibilities. You are certainly strange.
You're going to start
That's
digging,
the strange part of
digging
this,
through the
yes.
skull pile.
I just want to know how they got in there. Like, is there like a chute or something? Like,
Well,
And around
as you
this-
sort of start trying to like dig into there, like you sort of like pull a couple,
a
like
cart.
basically like grab both clawed hands in, pull like a pile out, sort of scooping behind you, like you're trying to like you're literally clearing rubble, but this rubble is skulls.
It's like a ball pit of skulls.
yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yes, yes, it's a really gross ball pit. Like even more so.
Gothest ball pit in the world.
Man, right after you let me paint myself into not wanting to be a part of this, now you sell it as like the best fucking thing ever. Damn it.
It's Chuck E. Cheese. It's made of all skulls all the way up.
And less gross.
Yeah,
Kids in a ball pit?
yeah. There is more pee and vomit in there than there is balls.
Kids in a ball pit, they don't realize the difference between a ball pit and like a paddling pool. They're still peeing in there.
Okay. Yeah, you basically every time you sort of grab like a handful of skulls and pull them out, it's just like a flow just comes in to sort of fill its space. Yeah, you're looking at that, and after about 4 or 5 minutes, you look like you probably got about that time and some again to try and get it to the point where it was just going to stop flowing back and filling the
It
space.
just doesn't stop coming.
It is a lot of skulls.
Sorry. this is
Meanwhile,
the way,
everyone else-
The way this is described, I'm imagining on the DM notes is that's just the skull room. That one's just labeled skull room.
If they keep going, just keep describing more skulls.
See, out of everything that's happened in the temple so far,
Wait.
this one baffles me the most.
And the skulls start coming in. They stop coming in. Stop coming.
Okay, so while Ulrich spends this time digging a sandcastle of skulls, Narlag, what are you doing?
It's like swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck, and he like spits out a stream of skulls.
Just like a jawbone. Oh, that's an awful sound like it's recorded.
Hearing me.
So this is a big ass library, right?
Yeah, it's about what is that? 25 feet square. It's got a large like circular staircase on the far side of the room from you. If I remember right, there was a tall sort of stone-based bookshelves.
David, have a search around the room for any other secret doors, if you may. So Dave's gonna go do that,
All right,
and
give me an investigation with Dave.
it's 13 was Dave's investigation.
And panning back over to the other room, you basically, this is like a Looney Tunes sort of style setup. There is just like this ever-growing mound of skulls being scooped into the room. Basically, like most of that room, and it was about 20 feet long, has just got at least like 1 or 2 skull deep layer. Just as like every time Ulrich is like scooping more out, it's just like throwing them behind him.
I mean, we can go whenever you guys want. I'm just curious.
But
If
you-
we're not doing
you
it.
could-
Are you saying
you are
that
my-
while you're scooping skulls? Because I do love
Yeah.
the vision of like scoop. I mean, if you guys want to scoop, go it all scoop. I'm fine to just like scoop, pulling out whenever.
You are making progress, though. You can actually sort of hear a bit more of like cavernous sound above.
Wait, he's got
the skull
you
tube.
got a giant mace, don't you? Like a Morning Star or something.
I've got a giant, like basically pole arm kind of thing.
I thought you had some kind of hammer that you could smash things with.
No, not really a hammer.
Your name is Smiteborn.
Yeah, I've got my shield. That's what my thing. Like I can smash stuff with my shield.
Okay. What did he get?
He got a 13.
13. He again because he's seen you guys
Oh, yeah,
do
I actually
what,
do have a
3 or
Morning Star.
4 at this point. Anyway, does spot one on the western wall. There is secret doors all over the place.
Yeah, so he goes off to do that. While he's doing that, Narlag is going to draw a circle of blood around him, and he's going to summon a monster.
Okay.
This one in particular, I don't remember the name of. Brain work.
Is its name Bill?
Its name can be Bill if you want it to
Bill
be Bill.
the monster.
Bill the monster.
What sort of? He works for the tax office.
So this one is a chul.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what Jewel is. Yep.
Yep. So, not very smart.
It's all pincers and tentacles. It's basically like a crab with an octopus made a demon baby.
Yeah.
I think
Isn't
the
that half
Wednesday
the things
group
you've-
fought one of those way back when in the gnome village.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically a giant lobster.
Yeah,
Um,
It's not a rock.
no, no.
What?
You could get confused at the beach.
It's a rock lobster.
I
like
it.
yeah. Okay, so you have some of this chul and it's sort of like clicking and clacking, and what's the sound that an octopus tentacle would make? Schlorp. I was more thinking of like the actual onomatopoeia version of it rather than the. You don't know what onomatopoeia is, do you?
I do.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it is making some gross, otherworldly sounds.
Knowing what Narlag would know of Chul, they are very good at finding magic things.
Oh, they certainly are.
Can you find me anything magical in this room?
Okay. It starts sort of skittering around the room.
I'm controlling it
Stab.
currently.
You're magical.
Magical day.
Does it have like wall climbing or anything?
It has a swim speed. It can point to stuff and I can pick it up.
It is also large. It basically goes up to one of the the closest bookshelf, and basically starts pulling every book off the shelf that it can reach with its tentacles. It's just like launching them over
This
towards
one's magic, this 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 one's magic.
Basically clears out every shelf that it can reach, and then starts like trying to like jump up and grab the next level.
Oh god.
You have a pile of something like 20, 30 books sort of like scattered around in front of you. But looking over them, every cover is blank. Every page inside, for some of them are sort of cracked open and look inside. Inside, blank.
Probably some kind of illusion.
They're all books of +2 to wisdom.
Narlag's going to
all over the place.
Yeah.
Narlag's going to like, I don't know, get out some chalk or something and like try to draw over one of the pages. See if that like actually stays on the page or if it disappears.
Okay. You scroll out this this writing onto one of the pages, and you sort of get to the end of the word, and then it just sort of fades away.
There has to be a way to return this. Narlag grabs the 3 most valuable looking books
Okay. Sure.
and the least valuable looking book.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna leave the room. Yeah, through that secret passage. Can the chul fit through the secret passage?
I would not think so.
Excellent. Were to be upon whoever else goes through there.
How long does it last?
Well, that's the circle in which it
Oh
comes.
wait, it can't actually disappear, can it?
No. No, it
So
can't.
even if you try to get rid of it,
So
okay.
we're slowly just clearing out this temple and replacing it with new, more horrible things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a staircase there, yeah?
It was.
Dave's going up the staircase, Nar's going through the secret passage.
It's down the staircase.
Oh, okay. So, like, it's just going through the staircase anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked.
So you're going to hit. So where are you heading, and where's Dave heading?
I thought Dave was... I thought the secret passage was down the staircase anyway.
No. The secret passage is in a wall on the western side of the room.
Yep.
The staircase is on the sort of northern side of the room, leading downwards.
Okay. Dave's going to head down the staircase.
Okay. So going down the staircase, sort of like a golden marble staircase with black marble railings, that spirals sort of gently downwards like a 30-foot wide shaft. At the bottom, once it reaches the bottom, in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wooden crates. Amber-covered walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwine around marble bas reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, and sultans, attended by a myriad of slaves. The west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcove is a tall, rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened in the south wall, spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor.
So
That's what you can see.
This is a Cthulhu room.
That is what you see. You've got a bunch of like these blocks of amber in alcoves. You have
Tentacle shapes and just... all weird looking crap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dave's right at home there. I'm gonna earmark that room for later, and then head on through the secret passage, because like that's probably where Narlag is gonna want to summon Don Squiglione to. That'd be his kind of shtick.
Okay. Cool. So Dave sort of hovers his way back up into the up into the library area. Meets back up with you. The Chul is still sort of like plodding around the room, trying to get to other books.
Is it just tossing them into a giant pile?
Essentially, you're getting a pile of magical books.
Has it found anything other than books?
No.
Fair enough.
It is a library, so books is what it's got.
It could be magic quills or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's Chul in there, so we'll proceed on.
You fucker. Did you do that? Wasn't this one specifically because of
The pun?
because you wanted to use that god awful pun?
There's actually no such thing as a tool. He just edited the Wikipedia page in advance just for this bit.
All right.
I Chul choose you.
Oh no.
It's getting worse.
We didn't think he could do it, but he did it. Okay, so you trying to open up that secret door?
Yes.
Strength check, please.
That's a 7.
There's a 7. That is not enough. You could sort of like the
Hey, buddy, do you mind helping me out here?
with the Chul.
Yes.
The Chul basically gets in there and sort of like just like both claws against it, and I'm not even going to make it roll because this thing's got some strength.
Yeah.
And just like this door slides open, and just like this dusty and cobwebbed filled room. It's only about 5 by 10. It looks like some sort of short secret passage between the library and whatever's on the other side of the next secret door you can see, because you're on the inside of the secret passage. It's not hidden. So
All right, well,
And it's just fucking full of skulls, dude.
Let's-
There's just so
let's-
many fucking skulls.
it's going to jump back to the skull party. At this point here, you're now at the point where you can sort of see the top of the room. You've cleared out. You've only got sort of maybe 4 or 5 feet of skulls sort of stuck in that are still stuck in the room. The other, like the actual statue room you were in before, is just it's a minefield of it's a ball pit of skulls now. It's like 3-4 foot deep of skulls most of the way through that room. Some of them look fresher than others. Some of them still got like a little bit of like flesh and like gaunt skin and stuff like that
you'd
still
be up
stuck
for
to
that.
them. Other ones are so desiccated and petrified. It's just like bone, just like pure bone. There's nothing left in them.
I'm picturing this scene of Ulrich doing that, and Rin and Wai just standing there watching it happening, just be like, so what are you doing later?
Lunch? Are you... Lunch?
I'm really hungry.
No.
you already had a leaf.
It's more just something to do.
Okay, so
Rin already had a leaf of spinach that day.
the right one. Okay. Now that you sort of cleared it out enough, you can see on the other side of this the other side of this 5 by 5 room. You can see sort of the inner workings of the second secret door to basically pass through this little chamber.
Femurs, just like full of femurs. We're just gonna go through. How many bones are there in the body?
Like 200 and something.
204
Yeah.
something like that. 204 rooms, man.
But you sort of start looking up to see if there's any explicable place where all these skulls could be coming from. And
They put the bodies that go with the skulls.
There's another room just filled with bodies.
there is going to be something like 250
The
something
logistics
rooms.
of this is mind-boggling.
Yeah, which is why I want to know. I'm just so curious.
So you look up, and the like the top of the room is doesn't seem to be any specific opening, but attached to the ceiling in this dark sepulcher, this is what the words they've used, is
I
it
believe that should be pronounced
sepulcher. Is an upside down iron chest with a barrel shaped lid. It is stuck to the ceiling 30 feet up.
Upside down. Sorry, wait. Start that again.
Upside down barrel lidded chest. It's basically like your standard looking chest. Square sides, rounded top.
stuck. The
And
bottom
it's,
of it stuck
the
to
bottom
ceiling.
of it is stuck to the ceiling, so it's upside down. You can see the lid from where you're standing.
So it's an ender chest.
50 cents says it's a mimic.
Yeah, not to like repeat a joke, but like actually a mimic this time.
The chest is down.
I throw my spear at it.
Whoa.
What?
Roll
So end this game.
it. Was it 30 foot up, isn't
I
it?
haven't seen end of game.
Read a book.
Yeah,
That-
you need you're
hurt.
better off reading Ender's Game rather than.
I know it hurt.
That's right. I haven't read it or watched the movie, so. I'll
Stop mentioning that there was a movie. Please.
Was there more than
Was it
one
that-
movie?
They
No.
only made one movie.
Okay.
Gratefully they stopped.
Mercifully.
Because I thought they
Yeah,
made
plus 6
one in
damage,
like the
so-
60s or something.
No.
That's not that old. The book is
No, he resisted them making a movie of it until recently.
While he was alive.
He's
No,
still
he's
alive.
still alive. Shh. He's also
He's also an asshole.
yeah, he's also a complete cunt.
He's like
20.
major homophobe.
Yeah,
He's a little bit of pretty much everything.
yeah. 20 all up.
20. Okay, so your spear sort of hits the top of this iron chest, and just sort of like you hear this sort of the sound of a steel-tipped javelin hitting iron, and then sort of like bouncing off and like roll me an agility. Dexter.
I wouldn't have thrown it straight up.
What other option have you got?
What is it straight up or is
Oh,
it like
how big's the room?
5x5.
Oh, okay, fair enough. 10 plus probably not many.
Not many.
oh, so it's the
Yeah,
skull
any.
closet?
Wait, Dex or Dex saving throw?
Saving throw. Dex.
Because I only get the. Oh wait, no, I can add my AC. Sorry, my shield's AC to that. Wait, where's that? So that becomes the 13. Oh no, 15.
15. All right, so yeah, your spear starts like sailing back down towards you, and you sort of just dodge off to the side, and it sort of hits the stonework next to your feet and rattles to the ground. I just wanted you to, potentially fail and stab yourself with your own spear. But yeah,
That's
it
fair.
is. It didn't seem to react like it was any sort of living creature.
So it's a
It is-
cunning. It's a very very cunning mimic.
Oh, all of the skulls are mimics.
Oh wow, yeah. That's
I
like the
gotta-
bait and switch. Like
I
there's
gotta
such
go, guys.
there's such a mimic in the room. That
I
you
feel
don't
like
realize.
if that was the case, we
Wow.
would be dead already.
All right.
at the clang pong sound, wire like 6 the door. Like, how you doing, buddy?
What's,
Do you guys see that? That chest? What do you think that is?
What chest? Hey, what chest?
I think he's talking about that chest up there.
Yeah.
Give me a boost.
Okay.
That would get you a combined total of maybe halfway up.
And I would think with his
You
agility,
don't know
he
what
would-
he's doing. Maybe he just like.
Surely,
Can
if
I-
it's a 5x5
Can I
room.
Jackie Chan off the wall and bounce
Yeah,
up
it's a
there?
5x5 room. He'd be able to.
Give me acrobatics to parkour your way up the inside chamber. You can do that whole sort of leaping side to side. I don't know.
Acrobatics, you say?
I don't know what your plan is once you hit the top.
Like
Grab and hold on to the chest.
15.
15. You sort of bounce, and then you're at sort of the top of the chamber. You're within sort of grasping distance of the thing.
Is there any kind of what I'm imagining is as I get to the top, if there's any sort of crack between the roof and the chest?
Not that you can sort of spot in the quickness that you're going up, but there is on the side of the chest are the lifting handles. If you want to try and grab hold of one of those,
Snag one of them.
How tall are you?
Regular size.
Are you 5 feet or taller? Because you could Van Damme this. You Jackie Chan up there. Now Van Damme to stay there.
Yeah, he'd be at least 5 feet. He's not like tiny. He's well, yeah,
He is actually quite tiny.
yeah, that's true.
are
do
you
that
going to
partially
do
bend
the
down
splits
at
and
the
hold
wall.
yourself
Yes, sir.
one foot each side of this?
He looked fucking cool.
Well, you'll be
I'm-
okay. So
And
he'll
I'm
look
look-
cool, but everyone else is just having a look straight up side of his key.
He's not wearing elaborate underpants.
And I won't throw my spear
I
up.
thought you guys had to wear that stuff all the time.
Magic underpants.
Oh.
Alright, so how did
I had to
So
explain.
sorry.
I actually had to explain what Mormon underwear was to people the other day.
Did you
Good.
have
Do you
to?
mind doing it again on mic, please?
having a close look at this right now, is the chest upside down so the bottom of it's attached to the ceiling, or is it just okay? And how is it attached to the ceiling?
It looks like it's sitting there. It's not like bolted or chained. It looks like it is sitting on it as if it's the ground.
I'm willing to bet this is a footnote in the notes that you've got. And we're spending so much time on this chest that's only
Rin is
briefly
going
mentioned.
to hold himself on the handle on the side, then brace his feet against the ceiling, and try and pull it off the ceiling.
So you go sort of flip yourself upside down and hanging onto this handle and like pushing with all your strength with your legs, and this thing is not giving at all. Like that, yeah. But it is not giving at all.
Is that just a
and now that
really
you're sort of
hard
actually
shit?
able to assess this a little bit more, you can still see like this, just between like the actual base of the chest and the roof. There's just like this thinnest, like a resin, or it looks like some sort of adhesive that is stuck this thing to the roof.
Can the mage? The mage can't fly, can he?
Well, the mage can fly, but
Silly question.
Yeah.
There isn't like a latch to open it or something like that. I'm guessing there's a keyhole.
There is
Just
like
skulls start like just coming out.
it's
there's
a bag of skull holding.
Yeah.
like a flipped over latch that's holding the lid on.
Can I open the latch?
I get out the way.
Hey,
Open the latch.
perhaps get out of the way, comrades. I'm going to try something. I didn't say that before trying to pull it off the ceiling, but whatever.
Okay, you're looking at this, and aside from the fact that it's upside down, it looks like it would just normally sort of like flick upwards, and then you'd be able to open the lid. You try and open this, and you can sort of almost see like this hint of glow where there is some sort of essence holding this thing shut.
Oh, I believe this is a magical chest.
I'll tell you what, it's not.
Nice. Nice. Oh, well, I guess we can't do anything about it. Let's go.
From like far into the other room underneath the pile of skulls, I was like, yeah, probably. I mean, most of them are.
Stuck to the ceiling in a room of skulls seems pretty magic.
Yeah, seems quite
Bit of a
powerful as
dungeon
well.
here as well. Yeah.
Seems like an item that could be useful to a powerful magician. But I guess we should go.
Don't forget your flaws now.
I mean, he already had
fine.
that, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's sort of just double down.
Wizard, you wouldn't perhaps have some kind of magical means of opening a magical chest? Perhaps. I do not know your craft.
The copying dispel magic into the. I can't remember if we interrupted that. I think there was got a couple of hours into it.
You don't have knock? Isn't that
Of
like
course
a
he
level
does.
1?
Who doesn't have that?
He doesn't have.
Can you give me a strength check when you're trying to do that as well? I read another part of this thing. You probably should have done a strength check.
Strength check.
But
Not a
I don't believe you had enough time to finish it.
Trying to remember, like I've been copying a lot of stuff. I can't remember.
But
what.
You got 1 hour
Rolling
from copying
for
your spell
beans.
magic.
So yeah, I'm glad that went that way because it means I can just keep on going with what we're doing over here. And I didn't just completely fuck up.
Well, yeah. Look, it's magic. It's close with magic. I can dispel magic if you guys can like be cool for a couple of hours while I finish copying that dispel one.
Okay, I'll just wait here.
Like you can just see like this hint of like red is just beginning to like pull like from the top of his head. It's slowly beginning to fill up like the.
Like start writing. You know, like a couple minutes in, like look up. You sure you're?
Did you want to
Given
try?
how easy it was for you to get up there, you could just... And how easy it is for you to get down.
I'm picturing
Oh,
this.
most people can get down easy enough.
I'm picturing this
Well,
as
I
just,
mean, like, you get
taking
skulls
me
that
back
push
to
you
his
forward.
days of like sitting on top of like a prayer stone or something.
While you sort of sitting down and scrolling in his book, somehow managing to be really sort of sarcastic about it.
Oh, I'll just learn this spell,
If
shall
you
I?
want to have another crack with the strength.
So you said 5 feet across, right?
Okay, that's an 18 this time.
felt like it made a little more progress this time. Like it almost looks like magical webbing, like arcane lines where you sort of manage to stretch it a little bit, and then that sort of the tension grabs and it pulls closed again.
Would anybody happen to have some item such as a crowbar or similar in their equipment?
I believe you do, don't you?
I mean, I've got a mace. Morningstar, sorry. I do actually have a Morningstar.
If you took like
You
the
carry like a
dungeoneering
dungeoneering
pack,
kit?
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Right, let me check.
And if you got like a knife, you could shove. Well, no, the magic would probably get rid of that. It's like you try to shove the knife through the crack and it goes.
I'm imagining there isn't enough space to sort of edge my staff in there to get some
Probably
leverage.
not enough, no. I
Was
believe we used
that
your.
more than you are, or was it a...
It's a walking.
I believe we had a crowbar when you guys were robbing the grave, were you not?
No, we got that for something else, I think.
Oh.
I don't have it listed down in my... So yeah, if it's 5 feet across, can I put my back against one wall, my legs against the other, and like go up that way? That would be
Rin's got a
strength.
rope.
That would be a strength check again. Yeah.
Rin's got a rope.
But
No.
You don't.
I could throw a rope up to you.
Do I have a rope? No, I don't have a rope.
How loudly are you guys doing this while you're having this conversation?
I would say.
Wait,
I imagine
he's
you're-
involved.
Yeah, have a right. Yeah, like is this that loud? Are you talking about this out loud?
It's me talking, so
Yes.
I'd just be yelling.
You start to levitate.
I would just freak out. Holy fuck!
It's
I'm
fine.
hanging on to
It's,
the side. Oh, hello, Ulrich. Welcome.
it's magic.
This is the chest I was talking about earlier.
You guys can keep it down.
Now, one of you can make a strength check.
Combined
and with-
strength or assist?
You can do a strength. Whoever's leading it can get assisted by the other, giving them an advantage.
I'll assist. Get advantage.
Okay, good, because I just rolled a 2. And that was a 20. So 20 plus my strength.
So natural 20. You mean?
Yes, a natural 20.
He did the good roll, Ryan.
He did the good roll. Okay,
Thank
I
you
heard
for
that's a good
the...
roll.
you hear
Yeah.
the sort of sound of like snapping tendrils as you sort of pull this, and you hear the sort of telltale sound of like a spell breaking. It's like,
God damn it! What is with you guys?
That's how strong I am.
and the chest lid sort of falls open. Looking on the
Get
inside,
ready for the skull party.
there's like skulls. No, looking inside, the inside of the chest is lined with what looks like lead. Aside from that, there is nothing inside the chest.
So it's safe from Superman.
I stick my hand in there.
Okay.
Do I feel anything?
Okay, so roll me investigate.
I rolled a 2.
You probably should investigate to see if you still got a hand. No, I'm kidding.
I said it was a mimic.
no.
There's only one way to be sure.
Also,
No,
you're
there's not. There's
you're
lots of
not-
ways to be sure.
So you're sort of like groping around inside this chest, and every time you sort of hit the side of that, the really sort of cold sensation that lead tends to have, and then you're sort of still hanging on one-handed on this thing, with your feet pressed up against the roof, and you sort of glance down at the floor, and the floor of the room has disappeared, and you can see you're sort of levitating, you're holding onto the roof. You're in the other room, so none of you are affected by the fact that the floor disappeared from beneath.
So I'm guessing all the skulls dropped out of the room?
Yep, you sort of hear the sort of
So-
sound of like skulls, like
Yeah, that would have been quite loud, I assume.
yeah.
Okay.
What did you do? What was the last thing anyone did in there?
Nothing.
No.
So this chest is attached to the ceiling by like a resin. What's the ceiling made out of?
Stone.
I'm just wondering if I could attack the stone to like break it enough to.
I have an important question for the wizard. How long does this levitation spell that you cast on our dragonborn friend last for?
It's a good question.
Couple of answers to that. The first one is as long as I want.
Okay.
Thank you for continuing to want that.
on the plus side, this has completely cleared the skulls free from the other secret door on the northern side of this very small chamber.
Is
but
there anywhere?
there's no floor.
So the whole the whole floor of the room is gone now.
Yep.
So there isn't any floor.
This
to stand
entire
on to
room
open
baffles
the
me.
other door.
So where was that door?
It was just on the other side.
No, the secret door initially. Where was it from relation to the statue?
Sort of 5 feet back to the right.
Okay. I'm trying
So,
to get like
the-
the mental picture of like it's not just like skulls start randomly landing on Narlag's head while he's in the secret passage.
No, you're good. No.
Okay.
You had to check that.
It's worth asking. Like,
There is a lot of pathways going
Yeah.
from weird places in this
Yeah.
place, so yeah. But yeah, you can see sort of below that the skulls have fallen into a larger chamber below. They're sort of scattered around the room. Some of them are sort of shattered into like bone dust.
How far down does it look?
About another 30 feet down.
Doing the math on that one.
Because you can slow fall easily down, can't you? This entire room is baffling. Again, how did they get the skulls in here?
If you could perhaps tie off your end of your rope to this chest that is attached to the ceiling, we might have a better time in this room.
Okay.
There's a creative use for it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
an anchor point.
Yeah.
We
I mean, why he was just standing by the door kicking skulls into the pit.
That's probably I should make sure there's
What's
nothing
the
else.
other wizard doing?
The other wizard? Oh, yeah, him. Oh shit, I completely forgot about him.
Oh yeah, Casimir's there.
Politely non-participating.
Hello.
I didn't want to interrupt. You guys seem to have this handless.
He's been looking with sort of morbid curiosity at the sheer number of skulls, and it's like, how do they all fit in there?
Yeah.
This is like when you get something from like
Like
Ikea,
seeing
when you get something from
Ulrich scoot
IKEA
around,
and you
it
just
just
like
keeps going.
open up the box and then you go, okay, I'll assemble it later, and you just cannot get that box back closed again. Like how?
Like, magic I get, but this is just like
But yeah, tying off your rope, you've now got I think we had about 30, 40 foot or 50 foot of rope.
whatever the standard amount of rope is.
And it's sort of hanging.
I kind of want to just drop because I'm probably fine. Seems silly to do that with the rope there though.
I mean, you would be.
Okay.
Because slow
While
falls
you
an
guys
automatic thing,
deciding
isn't
what
it?
you're doing, what are you doing, Nalag?
Going through that secret passage.
There's a shit ton of skulls.
It just randomly land on my head.
Okay, this doesn't require any strength check because you're on that side already.
For all intents and purposes, unless something comes up, assume I'm concentrating on that spell to keep the tool in control in case I need to backtrack.
Okay. So, you open this door sort of inwards towards you because it pulls into the room. And it opens up into a... This was a sort of 15-foot high room containing the trappings of royalty. Ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorative statuary.
Now this is my kind of room.
Everywhere you look are lit candelabras on top small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by the thick dust and cobwebs. Standing in the center of the room is a decrepit skeleton clad in tattered robes.
You said tapestries and things like that. They don't, didn't you?
Yes.
They don't last. Like, if everything's filled with dust, those tapestries will be gone. They don't survive age.
And let me finish reading this a
Yeah,
little bit
I was going to say, yeah, that skeleton seems like it's going to start moving anytime soon.
here. You can see sort of red pinpoints of light burning within the
Oh
skeleton's
god, run!
eye
Run,
sockets.
run, 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 run! Run
As
the
it
fuck
sort of-
away!
It sort of tilts its head towards you. It's like, do I know you?
No, you don't. I'll happily leave. Goodbye, sir.
That's probably worse than a room of skulls. You found a lich. Well, a lich. There's probably more than one in this place.
What?
He found a lich.
Oh god.
Was it a nice one?
No, well, it's got red pinpoints in his eyes.
Liches, man.
They get stitches.
It'd just be crazy.
Which is crazy.
Running back to the chul and sort of hiding behind its giant bulk.
Yeah, because that'll save you.
Yes. Because I can summon more than one.
That's definitely going to make the situation better.
It's going to make it better than having to fight a lich on my own.
Okay, you sort of hear the sound of this sort of like ghostly drifting behind you as you sort of run back through the secret thing. Is this sort of, it sounds like grave wind, like the breeze through a graveyard, just sort of drifting behind you, and then there's like Please, don't run.
Why should I not run? You are a skeleton man with red pinpoints for eyes.
He just wants a friend.
Just want to have some fun.
Oh, if you want some fun, I can quite easily provide you with some of that. Pulls out a bottle of, like, weird Elder Gold whiskey.
Yeah, that's gonna work on a lich.
It might. It's magic whiskey.
You have lich juice.
Just don't have esophaguses, right?
Not,
Generally.
not in the material plane.
That's the plane we're on. That's this plane.
Yeah, presumably a lich is powerful
We are
enough.
living in a material plane.
And he is a material lich. Oh, I assumed it was a he. Sorry.
Good joke though. I did enjoy that one. Sitting here trying not to laugh too loudly at the microphone while I was also concentrating on what I'm doing here. But yeah, sort of drifting behind you, I was like, no, don't run.
Why should I not run from you?
I assume you're coming seeking knowledge.
That's fair. Can you make yourself look a little less intimidating?
Intimidating?
You are a skeleton.
Me?
Yes. You are a skeleton.
Get him to look like a Teletubby.
But sir, I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Roll for insight. That is an 11. No. Insight. 15.
You get the sense it is not acting in any sort of aggressive nature.
Okay.
See, nothing to worry about. He's a friendly lich.
I guess I'm gonna go walk back into the Lich's bedroom.
That's for the friendly lich.
Alright, how about we start with a proper introduction? My name is Narlag Prosgino von Bigus. How may I address you, sir? Or
And he
madam?
sort of... That would be the greatest. You can call me Soul Eater.
Please, step into my parlor. Can I get you something to drink? No? Okay.
He sort of sits there and just like looks at you. Sort of, you can tell he's sort of looking you directly in the eyes, and then sort of like tapping like the top of his skull, like scratching at his head. It's like, the name escapes me.
Well, I guess we'll find out later. I'll just call you, good old chap.
It's the lich version of Mordenkainen.
Kind of is. I've kind of done this trope twice now. It's
Skull
great.
Kainen. Morden Skull?
So as soon as he remembers who
it's,
he is, you're fucked.
Mortenkainen. There's like Mortician. I like that one.
That was good. That was actually quite good.
I don't recognize you from anywhere.
I'm not from around these parts. My friends and I are in search of, well, an artifact that can help us defeat a great evil.
Meanwhile, Rin and Ulrich, can you roll me perception? No. So just trying to defeat a great evil.
Yes.
And my passive is 16.
I got 13 and my passive's 9.
You both sort of hear the sound of Narlag talking with a voice you don't recognize, and it sounds like it's just on the other side of that.
Probably just
second
summoned
secret
another
door.
like horror again. Old Narlag.
If we have it, climb down the rope to where that door is and sort of swing over
Am
and try
I
and open
able to control the?
If you got something to sort of
Levitation, or you
push
told
off,
me
or
Push off.
Okay.
yeah, if you got something to push off, you can.
Well, I mean, if it's a 5x5 room, I just
Yeah.
go down the wall.
But you sort of get down far enough, and you can sort of pull the door inwards. Which Narlag, you see this sort of false section of the wall open inwards, and hanging in this sort of all the skulls have already dropped the next level down. It looks like an elevator shaft where the elevator is like another 30 feet down. He's got the single cable, and you've got Rin hanging onto it, and looking into, and you get greeted by that same sort of room.
No,
You
like,
s-
just tilts his head.
You see sort of this
And from
Fairly
the top, I come down
ornate.
as well.
ornately laid out bedroom.
I'm picturing that going, oh yeah, Narlag's not with us.
And
Hello, Rin.
and you see Narlag standing there conversing with this skeleton in tattered robes with red glowing eyes.
He's friendly for the moment. Sir, this is one of my compatriots, known as Rin.
My apologies. We seem to have collapsed your skull collection here. We did not intend to.
You sort of see you manage to see sort of like the face of panic on a skinless face. And there's a whole expression.
Someone
like,
found my
The red
collection.
dots just sort of
Like-
enlarge.
and he just sort of like hurries over towards the thing. He's like, "Oh no, my collection!" I'm going to lead into this.
So now we are just in Adventure Time.
Okay, and now I have so many questions. Also, I attack.
Oh, beans.
Well, I at least get into an attack position. At the moment, I assume I'm also halfway down the shaft, so I'm probably
you're
not going to
probably
be able
still
to attack
levitating
very
as well.
well. Sorry?
You're probably still levitating as well.
Well, currently
Yeah.
you would probably be about 5 feet above Rin because Rin went down first to open the door.
Oh, so I can't see the thing. Yeah.
No, I don't think you can. You can. As what you can see so far is Rin looking into a room with a
I
bit of
love
a.
your instincts, though.
Why would I, a good paladin, not attack this thing?
Why?
Okay, exactly. Why is everyone else cool with this
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. This thing that is clearly evil as soon as I do my detect evil.
Actually, at a point, you sort of see this sort of. You just see like a set of robes with a hood over the top of them, sort of looking down the down the
Going,
shaft.
oh no, my
It's like,
collection.
oh no, my collection! And you sort of see like one of the hands comes out of like the inside of the robe sleeve, and it is skeletal.
Divine sense.
Divine sense.
So I can detect good and evil. If it's celestial fiend or undead, within 60 feet. Yeah. Well, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend and undead within 60 feet.
Well, you know the location of an undead.
Yes.
Yes. It's 6 feet that way, and you know that it's an evil thing as well.
Okay. Well, I can't really go into battle mode.
Oh, you can,
When I'm in
but
a-
this
like-
is going to be a comedy of errors. 'Cause
Yeah.
you'll go like pull spear, oh beans, crash.
Given that it
This
seems
is-
to be
Well, like, he's still
nice and
levitating.
chummy at the
Sorry?
moment,
He's
I'm
still
just going to...
levitating.
Oh yeah, actually no, you can. You're levitating. You can let go of the rope and just grab your stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be... Like, as soon as I try to hit anything, I'll just go the other way. Like... Although, wait, would I...
Do it. In this game situation.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to play along until I get into solid ground.
Okay.
So, sir, these are some of my compatriots. I apologize if they've messed up your collection.
That's taken me years.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
How did you get all the skulls into this room? We were quite curious.
Hey, settle a bet.
And he sort of pauses and sort of looks you in the face and like tilts his head a little bit to the right, scratches the top of his skull with like this point of a finger bone. I don't quite remember. I imagine it's frightfully clever.
So,
I love this nameless Lich character. He's become my new favorite.
Yeah.
I quite like him
I'm
too.
gonna be so sad once Ulrich murders him.
Yeah, I actually don't want to murder him. Like, I personally don't want to, but it's what Ulrich would do.
oh man, just imagine if Augustus had met him. Like, total bro town.
Yeah.
So, sir, are you aware of the library? Just through the hall I came through?
Out of curiosity,
of
can
course.
he hear all this?
Is that your personal library?
It's the library of the temple.
Ah, because I noticed all of the books were,
Excuse
empty.
me. We weren't separated very long. Why did you make friends with a Lich?
I've just met this man.
Yeah, how long until I'm on, like, solid...
He's
Oh, wait, and I need to yell out to you to turn off the spell once I'm on solid ground.
Well, good luck with that.
You could try and do that.
He is Dick Wizard McGee right now.
He's having fun.
Just to like end this situation, I'm gonna like jump off the rope onto the doorway, I guess, and well, I'd have to shimmy past the Lich, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a
Well,
weird
the
situation.
I
Lich-
have to shimmy past the
Yeah,
lich.
I'm not really-
I love that.
This is an awkward situation. I'm like hanging from a rope in front of a doorway, and a lich has come out, and I'm like, "What is?
Hi.
May I come in?
Hi, I'm in your house.
Are we fighting?"
Okay, so the Lich sort of, because you're now talking to me, sort of moved away from the doorway and talking with you. Rin sort of swings slightly backwards and forwards on the rope and then just lobs himself into the room. And you just hear from the other side, basically, well, next to you, Casimir is sitting at the door there and is like, Ixanta, is that you?
You know this man?
Yeah. He used to be he's one of the guardians of this temple from way back when.
Oh, most excellent, most excellent.
He appears to have aged a little bit.
I can see that. But the robes, they're a giveaway. I didn't mean to do that one.
Are you at the? You're at the other side of the doorway right now. That's where you've been there this whole time, right?
Canonically, I haven't moved from the doorway since I kicked a skull into the pit. I've watched
Okay.
I've watched it descend into like a pit of skulls, and like to date, hadn't really found a good reason for it.
Because I'm standing there with the rope, motioning to throw the rope over for Casimir to come across. I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, Casimir sort of like,
Well, wait. I'm still just there. Can I?
oh yeah, you
push
can,
through.
yeah, you can jump down into the room.
Mr. Kind Wizard, sir, can you please turn off the levitation-y thing?
It's Leviosa, not levitation.
Oh wait, does it just keep me at a steady thing, or does I just constantly go upwards?
No, it's just at a steady altitude.
Oh, then okay. In that case, then once I'm on the altitude of the ground, I'm going to get into battle position.
It's gonna make walking awkward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
One good nudge and you're gonna be eyes off. Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Evil fiend, who has a very nice demeanor. Prepare
Is
for
it-
battle.
You see this? Yeah,
I guess.
prepare for battle?
You see this sort of skull sort of turn and face you, and then it sort of turns around and looks at Narlag and is like, "I thought you said these ones were your companions. He's calling you an evil fiend."
He does that regularly. Ignore him.
I'm enjoying this character. There are so few notes about this guy.
I
I
like
am
him.
loving every bit of this.
I like him.
But anyway, Xander was what our friend Casimir called you. What can you tell me about the blank books?
It seems an odd thing to put into a library. Books with no words on them.
I pull out one of the ones that I grabbed and show him.
You go to pull
Rin
out
is
one
like,
of the books
is
that
this
are.
the time for this? This is a lich.
Rin, he's not being hostile towards us.
He's a lich.
I've also got out my
Yeah.
glaive and I'm like pointing
You reach
directly
into
at
your
him.
sort of
I'm sorry. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
I don't think you're aware of what a lich is, Narlag.
Well, no, my
The
knowledge.
glowing red eyes. Did you?
I did try to run from him, but he's very polite.
See, that's what your tombstone is going to read.
If
I
all
went
of,
to run from him, but he was very polite.
if all of their bad guys are just really polite to us, we're fucked.
That was Ted Bundy's excuse.
Terribly sorry, sir. I do apologize for murdering you. Oh no, really,
Please pardon the stains I'm getting on your cravat. I'm sure it will come out with some baking soda. I'll take it off your corpse.
Very sorry, sir.
I'll have it dry cleaned and pressed and put in your grave.
I love the accent you go with.
Oh god, I just realized he's Skeleton Harvester. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No,
I don't think
no
anyone
one here
You are
knows.
getting blank looks from the room right now.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure the name kind of covers the whole mentality and reason for being, but okay.
Nothing.
But anyway.
I'll send it in the chat. It'll be funny.
Has Casimir come across the?
Yeah, Casimir sort of grabs
I
the rope
imagine, like,
and sort of like swings his way across and sort of lands.
Why you as well?
This is the most confused I've ever been about fighting an undead.
What do you say?
Casimir, you said that you were aware of this man. Any idea why he would be magically undead?
I would imagine that he didn't want to stop working here.
Wow.
He was one of the.
That late stage capitalism, man.
He's
That is dark.
He's one of the more well, at least back when he was alive, he was one of the most devout attendants to this place.
Sorry, I'm picturing us moving into the next room and we're going to be like, ah, a monster! And you're like, no, it's cool. It's still cool.
That's my buddy.
Also, to get into this room, we're all having to kind of scooch past this lich.
No, he moved away.
Oh, he's just sort of drifted back into the middle of the room. He's like trying to work out why everyone's sort of being so.
We're having like a
Weird
awkward conversation and it's just like, I guess we fight now?
Hey,
It's like the first. It's especially like the first fight in Scott Pilgrim.
Why he was going to look around the room.
and what does he tell me about the book?
Oh, it's like these. It seems an odd thing to have blank books in a library.
They are magical.
Oh, so you pull the book that you
yeah.
had in your bag,
Like
and you pull this thing out, and then as soon as you sort of bring it up, it's just like all the pages inside like crumble to dust and fall to the ground, and then the cover sort of breaks apart into like desiccated leather and just falls apart.
Well, fine. Be that way.
No,
Stupid book.
you bitch better then. Now, like, where did that come from?
I'll show you once we've left this room. It's through this hallway here.
And there are more of its nature?
I can tell you later.
Excuse me. I believe we have more pressing concerns than a crumbling book right now. There is a lich over there.
We are very different people. I'll tell you right now, we are very different people.
Really? Because a lich is pretty powerful, and I would think a wizard might want to, like, kind of...
Well, how do you take possession of one?
Well, they spell book.
They kind of do. They're the ones that normally do the whole possession thing.
It's also tricky to press like a skull face.
But they probably have a spell book.
You'd be surprised.
And
Probably
probably
more of a
magical
stab than
items.
a pressing, but you can get that. I'm looking out through the room.
I'm standing basically next to the lich in battle pose with my glaive pointed at it, and I'm just like looking around going, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So, Casimir, this gentleman here would know of Strahd.
And you see, so like this lich is like, that name rings a bell for some reason.
He's a
Is
vampire.
he a friend of yours as well?
No, he's nobody's friend. He, in fact, probably
And again,
caused...
sort of tilts his head, like starts, 3 fingers this time, sort of scratching away at his skull.
How are you itching?
It's more like a thinking pose. It's like,
I'm sorry, it's like, Ulrich, refresh his memory.
yeah, that's what
Getting
he's got on
rough and
Strahd.
shitty with the lich. I don't know if we can beat a lich.
We probably can't.
We don't know. We don't know if it is actually a lich.
Can't see why I would allow one to live though.
Well, would it tell you what type of undead it is, or would it just tell you that it's undead and evil?
It's just undead and evil. That's all I know.
Okay. What can I tell about this undead guy by looking at him?
It's an animated skeleton with glowing eyes.
Does he look particularly
I
magic,
probably
or
would, yeah.
like?
Fuck.
Okay.
What kind of undead skeleton with glowing
No,
eyes?
I mean,
leaves
like,
you with any
do-
fucking grey area as to how magic it is.
I mean, like, does he look like he's a really fucking powerful magic user, or does he look like, oh, this skeleton can cast like a fireball occasionally?
So like trying to judge how powerful it is, say on a scale between like someone that can cast fireball and a skeleton with glowing eyes. Because I imagine that would be like the upper end of the how powerful something was metric would be undead skeleton glowing eyes.
Like,
That would be sort of how I would
I mean,
rate.
that said, like half of the things in the D&D universe have glowing eyes, and they're not even that powerful.
Yeah, it is a very much well. I'm investigating.
I think the more important point there is how the fuck are you meant to tell just by looking at something how powerful it is?
I mean, you can quite easily tell that Narlang's fucking weird by looking at him.
Wade has like walked in the room, come to the conclusion that yep, okay, that is like magical undead. Not gonna truck with that so much right now. Let's check out what's
Scanning
in
around the room it's basically the description I gave you. It's an ornate sort of room. It's very well sort of laid out. A lot of the stuff is like coated in dust and looking like it's a little bit on the rotten side. What you do spot is just the faint outline of another seam of another one of the secret doors on the northern side.
Oh, are there any? Oh, no, we're talking to him. We can't really like raid his stuff while he's here.
That would make it awkward.
Yeah.
It'd be like if I just got up now and just started like going through Ross's pantry and fridges. I was like, oh, need all this.
Go ahead, man.
Man, where do you think this shit's coming from? What's up?
Speaking of, I'm gonna get some more water.
Yeah, and he's get some water and
Wreck it up the joint on the way through.
But the other option is like walking into someone's room and just jumping through their window.
I'm really good at balancing myself.
We could tell. But yeah,
Okay, so I rolled 14 on my initiative, and 16, so 22 to hit.
okay, so this is happening.
I would imagine this
Honestly-
is a surprise round.
I'm
surprised.
That's not how initiative works.
Honestly, I'm not entirely surprised.
No, that's
No,
this had to happen. I would imagine that we've been pissing about while Ulrich has just been getting madder and madder during this whole thing.
Well, and
What
more and
is-
more confused, and
what-
just being like, yeah. And I get angry when I'm confused, which is most of the time.
Two-handed overhand swing while yelling, "Where did the skulls come from?"
Because that's all I want to know, really.
So what did you get, sorry? What, 14 was it for your initiative?
14 on my initiative.
Okay.
I mean, you can just hit him. You don't have to roll.
If anyone else wants to roll in. I'll go through the initiative order as we go.
But if he's just like striking out of nowhere, he can just do that and then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm rolling
That's-
initiative
and
anyway, just because.
What was your hit roll? Sorry.
So 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, so he's sort of got his sort of right shoulder to you as he's still talking to Narlag about the books and everything like that.
I would have already have activated my shield just because, yeah. Like
Oh,
I'm
you said
battle
you went
pose,
into battle
yeah.
pose. I just kind of Ulrich's
We're
throwing down.
fighting.
Oh, goody.
So my attack is with Divine Smite as well as highest as I can get it, which is so where are we? Where's Divine Smite again?
You gotta say something cool as you swing.
Die Evil Fiend.
That's cool.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Where's
Go with that, and then when you hit him, say that.
So I get 8 plus 1, so 9, and then another because he's undead. 8. So 17 on my Divine Smite, and that's a straight radiant damage.
Yep.
And then I got 7 plus so another 10 on my glaive damage, and that's the first attack.
It's a big hit.
So how much on the thing? Sorry, on the
So it was.
on the divine part was how much?
I've already forgotten. It was 9 plus 8, I think. So was it 17? I think.
Sounds about right.
And then my second.
So basically, like you see like the explosion of power from the Does that make that whole attack magical, or is it just add some magical power to it?
When you hit with a melee weapon, you spend 1 slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the
Okay,
target.
so you see like the blade or the sharp edge of your glaive sort of hits and doesn't really do
That's
any.
why I
It doesn't
did
do any damage, but you see like this radiant power pour out of the blade and like pour over this creature,
Which is exactly why I did Divine Smite. Okay, so my second attack is probably going to be useless then.
Are you thinking that much at this point, or are you wildly attacking something evil in front of you?
Well, I'm just going to do a full attack. There's no reason.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know it's going to be bad. It's a fucking lich.
How big is this room?
15 by 20.
I got 16 on my second attack.
That misses.
Yeah, that's not surprising. And just as a bonus, I'm going to shove him.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. I'm going to cast.
No, do the shove. I'm loving the visual of like screaming, flaming sword, her, and then.
I shove him with.
Wait,
No, I shove him with my shield. Like I'm basically bashing him with my shield.
wasn't your bonus action to use to get your shield to do something?
No, I did that before. That was when I was getting ready.
Right,
I would
right.
have activated my shield. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you enter the room, you're like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
you shield. Instantly.
But instead of doing that, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon
Oh, yep.
as a bonus action.
That's good.
And yeah, I can only make that attack on my bonus action. So that's me. I have a feeling I'm about to die.
My initiative is 14.
That's another 14. Nala, you want to roll in?
I got 13, and Dave got 8.
And Wayu, if you want to roll in. If you
Yeah.
want.
Look, how do you want to do this? I'll roll in for initiative because depending on, I mean, you know, it's his. He's doing this.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and I completely.
Means you're in the initiative order. If you
completely fucking
decide,
understand it.
when it comes around to your turn, you decide you don't want to do something,
Okay. Cool.
you could go and do something else. You don't have to fight. It just means you're part of the arrangement.
Into it. That is going to be damn, dude. 21.
Okay, so yeah, the order is Wayu, Rin, Ulrich,
Monster.
Mr. Lich, Narlag, Dave.
Castamere.
Shit.
We always forget him.
In fairness, we never really have NPC teammates.
Except for Dave.
Yeah, but Narlag's not going to forget about Dave, except when he wants him to run into a nuclear field. I did actually have a permanent NPC companion in the campaign I ran one time, because I could only have 2 players. So I just had them to have like a basic dwarf to follow them around and carry shit for them.
I remember I made an NPC for a group once called Blinky, who was a blink dog. He was cool.
All right, Wayu,
Teleported around the place.
What you doing?
what are you doing?
What you doing?
What you do? Yeah, making for the secret door.
Okay, so you make it over towards there. If you want to try and open it, you can try and open it. That'll be use item.
Okay.
Strength check.
Don't laugh up front. wait until the squishy wizard fucks up the strength roll and then laugh. Fucking alright, that's 19 plus.
Plus,
I
you
think
get a
plus
plus.
might be generous.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. Okay. Alright, fucking minus then, whatever. 18.
You're only -1. All right, cool.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. You sort of get your fingers sort of into the edge of the edge of this door and sort of pull it open.
I bet you there's going to be more skulls.
Actually, no, false. You don't actually pull it open. You sort of see like these tendrils of arcane power holding this thing closed. Because I should read the next part of that little line there.
I don't like it when Ryan says tendrils. Tendrils are never good, Ryan.
But yeah, there looks like there's some sort of arcane power holding that door
We're
closed.
not in an anime.
Never good and
Noted.
often sexual.
Okay, next up is Casimir.
You got that one, huh?
No, yeah.
That's you, Ryan. None of us are controlling Casimir.
Yet. What? What? Was that a bit too ominous? Don't like.
Casimir takes like a couple of paces to the side and is like, and just addressing Ulrich is like, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking?
Dude, like, Lich.
He did nothing nothing aggressive whatsoever."
Lich.
And he takes like 5 steps back again and is like,
Oh, that was a
Puts his
really
hands
good
up like this,
bone
it's like,
folding
nope.
sound.
Rin.
I'm gonna hold an action to see if the Lich does anything aggressive back, and if he does, I'll hit him.
All right, Ulrich.
He's gonna attack again, isn't he?
Oh, I'm perfectly okay with the paladin fucking attacking a fucking Lich.
Oh no, yeah.
There wasn't another way that could play out.
No.
I
no.
don't see how I could have.
No, you're good. You're good.
I personally didn't want to. I quite liked his character.
He's delightful.
Yeah.
He is. He's
Excellent.
so polite.
He's
Sorry.
how I imagined Augustus would have been a Lich.
I doubt that.
I mean,
Hold that thought.
put him polite.
I don't remember all of us remarking of how delightful Augustus was. Sorry.
Yeah, that's on you, buddy. Before it comes around to your turn, you this Lich sort of turns you and like you can sort of see like where the pinpoint red eyes were before. Now it's like flaring, and it's got like red vapor coming out of the sides of the skull.
That's cool.
And like out of the sides of the jaw lines, and it's without having like the physical ability to
angry?
Yeah, it looks annoyed, and
I imagine.
it's going to use one of its legendary actions to cast at you.
Super pissed.
Yeah.
What's a legendary action?
It's a thing that big things can do, where they can make actions between player turns.
Yeah, legendary actions are fucking
And
They're
I
the
get,
real-
I think, 2 or 3 of them per
Yeah.
round.
It's when something has a legendary action and you're level 8, you're fucked.
Oh boy.
You're right. Were we not supposed to fight the Lich?
Oh no, you're probably fine.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why this temple.
Are we
Will kill
collectively doing our best impression to not be with him right now? Like, hey, what's with your friend over here?
Dragons. None of us are dragons.
All right, let's roll. I should have read out this before. All right. What's your AC?
At the moment, 21.
21.
That's a hit.
I'm assuming it's going to hit because it probably has like plus 10 minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I would ever be able to take on a fucking lich.
You take 8 cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Well, I mean, I'm going toe to toe with it, so that's
Yeah, that's fine. And
So
now it comes around to your turn.
that would be an aggressive action.
Yep.
Guess I'll hit it.
Hit it and quit it.
I guess I'll hit it.
It's sad when, as players, we don't want to actually do this, but we kind of have to.
I mean, like, I probably would have attacked if you guys were with me when we first met him. Well, when I first met him.
Yeah, I'll attack it.
He just went.
Yeah, like there's
That counts as an aggressive action. So
Oh yeah,
I'll hit
it was. One straight up.
22.
That hits. This is your staff.
This is with my staff. So that is 15 damage.
Yep.
15 staff damage.
Which is a magical staff.
Yep. And 23 to hit.
Yep.
15 damage again. I rolled max damage twice.
Nice.
How did that look? How did he look when I hit him with the staff twice?
You basically like wound and like swung leftwards the first time, cracked it across the skull, and then back again the other way, and like straightened it back up again. And you just see like these 2 little chunks of like bone coming out near the temples, and a little bit more of this like red vapor starts pouring out. It's almost like a flowing hair coming back out of his skull and like beginning to pull behind him.
oh, so basically you've reset his spine, so you're a really good chiropractor.
I'm going to spend a key point to take the dodge thing.
Are you able to do that on a thing with that? On a held action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because he started the action.
Oh, that'll be for the action, but you can do that. You can have that done.
It's part of my action, right?
It's the
Oh, it's the bonus action.
the bonus action, but it means you can do that during your
I mean,
during your
I
turn.
held my turn to doing that. Is it?
You hold an action.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So if I wanted to do the flurry of blows, then technically I wouldn't have been able to do that
that's right.
because you have to do the flurry of blows after.
That's correct. All right.
Oh, it's been done already, so yeah.
I mean, in that case, if that was the case and I had to take my bonus action during my turn, I would have done that then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't aware that was
The net result is the same. Ulrich.
Trying to figure out between 2 spells which one to cast. I'll probably cast Protection from Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Because that sounds more. Well, is 2 AC better than a disadvantage on attacks against me?
No.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Protection from Evil. And then as my bonus action, my spiritual weapon is going to attack it.
Okay.
So 18 plus whatever.
Yes.
It probably hits, yeah. And it is 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is plus 3. Yes, 1d8 plus 3. So 11 force damage.
Force.
Cool.
And what spell were you doing? The protection from evil. It has disadvantage against me.
Okay.
And it cannot charm, possess, or frighten me.
But he is awfully charming.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, you know.
Ulrich put on his magical condom.
And then stops breathing.
Magically.
He stops breathing magically and starts breathing normally.
Just gotta quickly check the rules for legendary actions.
Now we're going to get killed by a lich.
Yeah,
Now it's the lich's turn to murder us.
yeah. I couldn't
Look, I'd
see.
say it's been nice knowing you guys.
I couldn't see any way around it. He was so charming.
Oh, good fellow, please don't run.
Oh, sorry. He continues to be charming while we're dead because we're gonna die. But yeah.
I don't know. We may. This may have awakened the beast. He might not be charming anymore. Might be all fire and necromancy at this point.
Isn't it usually ice and necromancy?
I suppose. It's got a lot of rules to already break down.
Yeah, the thing has legendary fucking actions. We're fucked.
Which is going to use one of them before it goes on to its turn, because
Of course
it's at
it
the
is.
end of a That's why I was just checking to see if it was at the end of a character's turn or where it is. So it's going to fire back at you again because you attacked it most recently.
And I'm standing next to it. Oh wait, so I guess you would be too because you went into melee as well, didn't you?
Remember, it's
This time it's another 10 cold damage.
its
Yes,
attacks have
disadvantage against both of us.
yeah.
Oh, in that case, only 5 damage.
And that's just a straight damage. I don't get a saving throw roll.
No.
Okay.
And it's just sitting there and it's just like, sort of looking at it, like, why attack me? I was only trying to help.
Tell me about the skulls.
And then it actually goes into its turn.
How did they get in there? The door was closed.
And hits you.
Maybe he's
And
got
does
the
another
spell
5
arcane
cold
gate.
damage.
How much? Sorry.
Another 5.
We can take this thing.
It doesn't happen to want to do electric damage at all, does it?
No.
Hasn't come up so far.
How much damage have you taken so far?
18.
Oof. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, that said, I'm only on like 22 hit points anyway.
No, like.
Super runaway time?
I'm gonna back off down the hallway, but like keep him in sight. Then I'm gonna hex and Eldritch Blast him. So that's a 20 for the first attack, a 24 for the second attack.
They're both the hits. Yeah.
It's a
I'm gonna guess a lich is immune to frighten.
quite possibly. So that is 13 damage, and then 8 damage.
13 and 8.
Hey. Sorry. Don't want to tell you your business. What might be cool is getting like a mouse pad or something to put in the bottom of there to roll on.
He's already.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put some felt in the bottom of it, because then it's not so clangy.
Clangy.
It's just right in that resonance. It's just like
Ow.
stabbing into the side of my brain, but it's all good.
Yeah. No. Plans for when I have time to.
I wonder if he wants to get married.
You have dysphonia, by the way.
Sorry.
You have dysphonia. Do you know that?
So he just took
Because of
21
that.
damage.
Okay.
You have a aversion to certain sounds.
It took that damage. It was a what is it? It's what damage type is it? It's force, isn't it?
The force and necrotic damage.
So I get to reduce some of that damage.
Shit.
Oh.
So that would have been
Everyone else loves it.
shit. I've forgotten what the numbers were.
They're both a combination, aren't they?
It's 1d10 force, 1d6 necrotic.
I'll knock 5 off it. Okay. All right.
Oh, it has disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Cool. It sort of turns and faces you and just lashes out with one of its claws.
Is this an attack?
It is an attack.
I am going to
Clawed
use.
hands.
He's not attacking me.
That is
so
correct.
I'm going to use my thing to give it disadvantage.
Sure.
What's it called?
Anthropic ward.
No. Unsettling visage. I show it my true face to freak it the fuck out.
We all go,
You also
"Ah."
have Anthropic ward.
Do.
Is your AC less greater than 25?
Is that with disadvantage?
That's the disadvantage.
Fuck!
It's a lich.
Still, like
It didn't stop being a lich.
yes, no, my AC is less than 25
Why do
for
you
some
even ask?
reason.
Why do you ask these questions, Ryan?
Because I wanted to hear him say it. All right.
Yeah,
It's the same
yeah.
thing with
We
the
know we're
Warlock in
gonna
the
die.
game. It's like, yeah, it poses disadvantage. I have fuck all armor in the first place. It doesn't matter.
So you take 8 cold damage and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm good at them. Is that with the plus?
Should
again?
we just roll
Yeah,
for
give me
new
a range.
characters now?
So that is a 16 plus 5 plus 3,
You good?
and I should probably do a con save to maintain my concentration.
Yes.
I got.
That's actually still for me. That's not bad. That's 12 total.
12.
Yeah.
That's
damage?
that's still fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was only like 8 damage. So
I got
Yeah.
19 on my attack of opportunity.
I have plus 5 to con saves.
that hits.
I'm gonna guess this is not gonna do anything, but I don't technically know this yet. So wait, where's my 10 plus 3, so 13 damage. Just with your moon McGlaive, just as a straight damage.
Does nil poor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you like lash out. It's like dunk.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I wouldn't.
beans.
I wouldn't necessarily know that yet because I wouldn't necessarily have realized
Because
that.
the first time
from-
you hit it with it, you did have the radiant damage
Yeah.
there as well. Dave.
Dave is...
Dave gets to do a thing.
Yes, he does. He's going to cast 2 of his eye rays on the dude.
on the lich that's going to kill us.
Every little bit helps. Damn it. Stop doing repeats. There we go.
It's okay. Why he's going to save us?
Alright. What was that?
By running away, boldly running away.
Save us, why you save us?
Brave,
gonna do
brave,
bits
sir.
of one another.
DC 12 strength and wisdom.
Okay, so the strength one passes, wisdom fails, but chooses to pass it with legendary resistance.
Wicked. I'm getting into fail stuff. Like, that would have been a dazing ray as well, so. Yeah. Alright. That's Dave's turn.
This isn't good. This isn't good, guys.
I'm sure Ryan wouldn't have led us into this without us being able to fight it.
Does anyone want to get married?
This is a fucking.
This is not.
This is neither the time nor the
Ulrich,
place.
this isn't.
Just
This is not the time, Ulrich.
Ways out of this
Why?
particular fucking scenario.
Ulrich, this is not the time.
It's just a.
what's why you doing?
Yeah, what is why are you
Get us
doing?
a picture. Get
Oh
the-
no! Like you guys like look up and what you're doing, and like he's not there and hasn't been there for a while.
It's been 3 seconds.
Yeah.
How are we laid out? What's the look of the room?
Well, basically, there's pretty much Casimir is
dying.
backed off towards the skull room. He's not taking any part of this fight because he's not taking any part of this fight. You're in the northern side of the room, about 15 feet away from the skull room, the skull closet. And
So
you're
is that where
ra-
Casimir is? He's towards the skull.
You're basically like the room is between skull closet and secret room. Secret room is 15 feet that way,
Yep.
and it's 20 feet the other dimension.
Yep.
Then you've got the rest of them basically playing whack-a-mole with a lich, and the
Yeah.
lich is
Oh, I had backed off to the hallway.
okay. But yeah, there is essentially sort of a semicircle of people beating on the lich.
Okay, and that's more towards the middle of the room, and myself and Casimir are on extreme ends, widthways. And
Extreme ends of the political spectrum.
I am towards
Okay,
the
yeah,
left, and he is a Aniko.
Well, essentially north-south.
Okay, and east and west is one of those doors that Nale came through.
Yep.
And what's the other one?
The rest, to the western direction is the majority of the room.
Also, there's a fight with the lich going on.
There's also that detail. Small one.
You want to roll investigation and see what's going on in the rest of the room?
No, apparently there's a lich fight.
There's a lich fight.
Let's fight!
That's the episode title, by the way. All in caps.
Why do we all?
I'm so
instantly
glad
get
I'm
on
doing like episode titles on that now. It's so much fun. What are you doing? And the secret door you were sort of being held closed with arcane power.
Yeah. All right. No, look, I'm quite confident that's not opening.
He sits down and continues learning the disenchantment.
I mean, you
You've
guys are good for a while.
You've got like 2 hours left on transcribing Dispel Magic,
Yep.
and you get so far you've gotten 6 seconds of that 2 hours done.
Yeah. Honestly, anything that keeps these guys occupied for 5 minutes at a time, that is just like when Dora the Explorer on, and your little cousin just like fucking shuts up for 5 minutes. Like, oh, thank God. All right. So what is myself and Casimir? If I was to go sort of the long way around to join him, is that wouldn't be crossing into
No,
range
you've got to
of
keep
battle?
clear.
Yep. All right. I'm doing that. I'm looking over towards Casimir.
Yeah, sorry for killing us.
You can do
guys.
that with a disengage to make sure you don't get within striking range, but that's easy enough to do anyway.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid the whole damn thing entirely.
Yep.
And Casimir, this is going to go real bad. I understand that you don't want to engage in this battle, but if it goes badly and everyone dies, you are going to be stuck here anyway. Anything that you can do to end this, please. What do you know of this? What do you know of this person?
What you're going to get out of 6 seconds is like he was one of the
Really. That's it.
he was one of the main scholars of this place, and his studies have obviously led him to be able to continue his work.
As a lich.
So, yeah, anything else you're going to do while you before you're moving on?
Man, honestly, like being clear on this, like 50% don't really want to engage in the battle, and 50% like I can't do anything effective anyway. Like if I could save some lives by ending this quickly, I probably kind of would, but also, you know, like status effects aren't really going to work on an undead creature. Yeah, I'm not that kind of wizard though.
You.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm always playing the edge cases. Fear, charm, like any illusion magic is.
You have a firebolt.
I know.
Throw a fireball at it.
He hasn't actually attacked me yet, though. So
He's already used his action.
Did he?
He took the disengage.
Ah.
Casimir is sort of eyeing off what his list of spells is currently because that's what Ryan's doing. Okay. He starts cooking a spell in his hand, but holds it. It's basically, you can see like the power forming it into his hand, but he's hanging on to it. Rin.
I guess Rin hits him. Look, I don't really have a creative solution to this. Can I backflip over him to sort of solve the situation?
Sure.
This is not
Second one.
Gymkhana.
You can backflip over it.
No, I'll hit him with my staff. 20.
That hits.
15 damage.
Nice.
And again. Yeah, that hits.
You really need a magical weapon.
Or at least
9
a silver
damage.
weapon.
9 damage.
A weapon that say like did sun damage and like damage to undead would be useful.
Well, everything can damage an undead. It just has to be silver.
And spending a key point to hit him again
Okay.
with the flurries. That's not going to do it though. 14
That misses.
and 18.
That hits.
9 damage.
9 damage.
9 punchy damage.
Tell me how you want to do this.
It was like he missed with a high punch, and then like comes around with an uppercut and like clocks him in the jaw underneath the skull.
Does he knock the skull off?
So yeah, I get this image like you see the skull like crack back, the lower jaw drops, away to the right. The rest of the skull like pivots back on the magical connection on top of the vertebrae, and then like that red mist power just like pours out the bottom of the sort of the opening underneath the skull, and all the bones and everything just like crumble into dust and fall to the ground.
Huh.
You have solved my lich puzzle.
Wait.
You punched a lich to death.
Wait, what? Wait,
I punched.
I was half asleep then. He just killed it.
He just killed it.
I just punched the list to death, guys.
What
With my fists.
Oh,
from the
awesome. Did it have like a button underneath its jaw that you like pressed and just like disintegrated?
That's how I imagine liches work.
Yeah.
you sort of see the
Glass jaw.
you see the ashes just sort of like shimmer slightly for a second. They're like this black smoke sort of rises out of it. And
Holy water. Because that was my next action anyway. Like, because I knew I had some. And because we made some earlier. And you said I had 4 uses left.
He was prepared for the doing it on the
Yeah,
stealth
it was
early.
my next action. So I've already got that shit out.
Give me a second to look at
And I am
dealing
next
with liches.
I'm next in the
Yeah.
initiative order.
You can't stop him, Ryan. That's the law.
No, that's fine.
And
then
also,
as a bonus
also, I
action-
have a gun on me right now. If you don't say it's okay, I'm going to shoot you
Yeah.
right now.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to shield that thing. Like, just
I
slam
have,
it.
I,
in.
ha- I have this court-approved document that enjoins use. To let him-
I holy water that shit.
Graham's lawyers step into the room. Excuse me. I think you'll find.
Holy water.
Objection.
Push a manila envelope across the desk. If you look at these photos that we have, perhaps you would change your mind before these photos of Jeff Bezos' penis go public. I don't know why that's going to upset you, but that's just what we're threatening everyone with these days.
I'm pretty sure it would upset
We have these
most
pictures. We have to use them.
people. You're gonna find some use for him. He won't take him.
He didn't see the
It is literally the worst Tinder dick pics you could possibly get sent to someone.
You pick them up, you go, this isn't his penis, this is just his headshot. Oh no, that's his
Yes, you're right.
Sorry, if you just turn it to see there, oh.
It's his little Bezos.
Busies.
Okay, so you pour this.
We're not, I'm sorry.
How
We're
much
not
you-
trying to
how-
post this on Amazon, are we? Do you want to cut like past 2 minutes?
I don't think anything I'm posting on is Amazon related.
Damn.
Excellent.
iTunes.
I mean, it would be in the
Spotify,
background.
I don't think
Though
is.
it would be using like a
Spotify
Stitcher?
owns itself.
AWS service.
Stitches, I think, is independent.
It would all be
YouTube is
stored on
very-
Amazon.
Yeah, we're good. Fuck
On the
Bezos.
back end, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure
Just-
most people are okay with the popular opinion of fuck Bezos.
Just to clarify, though, Mark Zuckerberg is the prettiest lizard man I've ever seen, and I would like to kiss him gently on the beak.
He is very human appearing.
Okay.
Oh my god. You were not ready for that.
No.
That's my one for the day.
Okay, how much of the holy water are you pouring out on Lich?
You know,
Well, I had
I,
four
think they
uses,
call
so
people
I
have
who
four
are attracted to
uses.
lizard
One of
people
them?
scalies.
Okay.
I mean, because it's a standard attack. I would just be using
Well,
one.
The 4 uses were based on the knowledge of dealing with flame skulls, which is literally just a skull
On fire.
worth of a skull.
I put as much on there as a lich would need.
A lich worth.
Yeah, a lich worth of holy water.
Tell me how much holy water you're putting on.
You want to supersize this.
I basically, all right. I used the rest
That's
of the
what Ryan's
fucking.
asking.
There
He's
we go.
asking for this holy water.
I
application,
used the rest
would
of the
you like to
fucking holy
supersize
water.
it?
Okay, so you basically like pouring the.
Yeah, I'm just
the
literally
listeners'
pouring
violence.
this shit around, and then I pee on it for good measure, like just to make sure all of that shit's holy.
I'm not entirely sure whether you've just undone your good efforts.
No, he's a paladin.
Yeah,
Paladin P. That's
yeah, it's all holy.
It's great for
Oh,
eczema.
Holy wizard.
Okay, so the remaining sort of bone dust and everything like that sort of like just like you got to see that sort of smoke shape forming out of it. The
I was
rest-
gonna take some of those ashes.
You
Well,
still
you
can. It's just a bit holy watered.
you pour
And
the
also
holy water
pissed
over
on.
there, and like you see like this, like quite a violent reaction with the bone dust. It's got quite a strong reaction with long reanimated bones. The holy and it sort of fizzes and bubbles and.
So sort of like sodium and water combining.
Yeah, less explosive. More like the when you used to do the whole bicarb and vinegar thing. Is that sort of level of active reaction, without like the blow up a bathtub sort of level of reaction.
I then get my shield and start bashing this shit into the ground.
Meanwhile, that sort of blackish smoke drifts up into the air. You can sort of almost see it's like making out the sort of the shape of similar like a elongated skull.
No, like tries and capture some of that in a bottle.
It's sort of you can try that. Give me a dex.
That is a 13.
13. You sort of like swooping this bottle around amongst the mist and feel like you can actually capture a little bit like
Cork.
cork. And this mist sort of like heads upwards and then like darts off quickly to the north and just like glides under that secret door that you were trying to get through before, and just like looking inside your bottle.
Think we should
Nothing.
If you got anything in there, you can't tell. It looks like clear air.
We should
empty it.
probably be going that way to kill the rest of it. I'm just thinking.
That's not a bad idea.
But yeah, looking at the
awesome job, by the way. Like,
I took no joy in that.
You still did a good job of it.
But yeah, you're
Thank you.
Casimir sort of walks into the middle of you, is like, "What the fuck was that?"
it was a lich. Didn't you see it?
I got that, but it was showing no aggression to whatsoever. It was offering assistance where it could.
It was an evil lich.
That was offering to help you guys along your way.
Did no one else get that it was an evil lich?
I don't. He's arguing with you, your character, like.
Yeah. No, I. That's why I'm looking around, going, did no one realize this thing was?
Oh
an
no,
evil
like,
lich?
I realized, and had I not have been alone when I first met him, I probably would have attacked him.
Yeah, I figured as much. Because who would leave an evil lich to live or to not live, unlived?
Suffer not an evil lich
Like,
to live.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I see. You're biding your time until you could get him when he was vulnerable. Then you were going to kill the evil lich. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would leave a lich alive. It wouldn't make any sense at all.
Nonetheless,
I'm sorry that we had to put an end to your friend.
well, if he's truly a lich, I don't think you've put an end to him.
Yeah, that's why we need to kind of follow him and destroy him.
Did you see that punch I delivered, though?
It was a very nice
How
punch.
fucking cool was that?
And he's
I took
okay,
no joy in
you-
it, but I was damn proud of it.
You can tell he's sort of like biting his tongue because he wants to dress you down so badly. But the fact that you are a Ladrin is just like trying to show you like the peak level of respect, but it's through gritted teeth. But he's like, it was very impressive.
I assume the water's
Master
not holy
Eladrin.
anymore, so I can't like get any back in the.
No, it's basically
Yeah.
like this sort of weird sort of slurry that every
Because
now
I
and
have a
then
feeling
goes
we're
like
gonna need
this.
more
Can
of it
we
very,
start
very soon.
searching that room?
Yeah, you can go for it.
We
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, we need probably need to leave here soon to go and get that thing that's in the other room.
15.
No, to kill the lich.
Just looking for stuff, like, is there something in the dresses or, like, whatever?
Lich clothes.
You got a piggy bank?
Okay. So you start picking through all the bits and pieces. You like try. You go over to like there is essentially like a chest of drawers sort of set up. You pull one drawer out and like the front edge of that just like crumbles and inside there is also these moldering old robes that are just so far rotted they just basically fall apart. Heading towards the end of the bed. The bed does not look like it's been used in God only knows how long. And they got sort of like
The mold and woodworms are fighting to each other to a standstill.
yeah, pretty much. But you in sort of like a side table thing, you try to sort of open up the little cupboard of that, and that sort of the top hinge breaks away and drops to the ground. But tucked inside, there is a book. It's a
How to be a lich.
it's a
In 10 easy steps.
leather cover, but like bronze embossing into it. And inscribed into the spine is a title of the Incants of Exantha. Exantha.
Incants of Exantha. Exanta.
Yeah, that's
I think
it.
I read
So
Say
that.
it 5 more times, real quick.
Incants of Exanta. Incants of Exanta. Incants of Exanta. Incants of Exanta. Incants of Exanta.
I'm pretty sure I read that in high school. I think it won the Booker Prize.
I'm assuming this is some kind of spell book. Like I'm going to flip through a couple
If you
pages.
flick it open, it's a spell book,
Cool.
and
In
it's
the-
got
The
the
Idiot's
name
Guide
that
to
you
Being a
the
Lich.
name that you heard Casimir refer to this guy as written on it. So
This is going in the chest pocket very unsubtly.
sleight of hand.
Oh,
And,
no, unsubtly.
Oh, unsubtly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Performance then.
That is a... I'm not actually terribly fantastic at performance. That's only a 10.
Okay, so it's a hammy production. But you sort of make a song and dance of trying to hide that you're weaseling away this book. I think he's doing it for your benefit. If you can roll perception to see if you catch it.
Oh, okay. I'll roll. That is a.
Obviously, keeping your your passive in mind as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be.
Oh no, there's nothing here. Stuffle, 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 stuffle.
Aside from that,
Yeah, that's going to be the passive, which is 10.
10. So you both got the
Perception fight!
essentially, yeah. You make a shitty job of hiding, not hiding it. You do, and
I did
you.
a shitty job of seeing it.
But between
Well,
the two of it,
I-
you caught the fact that he's weaseling a book into his robe, so into his vest.
I imagine you steal stuff all the time. I
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
I
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that you steal stuff pretty much constantly.
I am no
None of
thief.
this is-
Y'all got any more of them spell books?
Is something the matter, M?
No?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, someone's gonna
We're
get
standing,
murdered
we're
in
standing
the
around the
night.
room. Like,
While they're
What do
doing all
you
this,
mean?
I go over to the door and start trying to open it.
like as far as I'm concerned, like everyone's like walking around the room, like getting stuff.
Yeah, I walk over to the door and start trying to open it. All right, give it a good.
What I
old-
have got from that, like, you know, I'm not trying to like look for anything, but he's doing like a real crap job of hiding it. Would I've like seen the name of?
You saw that it's a particularly ornate book, and you know the gold emboss, the brass embossing and everything. That's a special touch reserved for primo books.
Okay.
So,
Book of prize winners.
but aside from that, anyone searching around there, it's basically just finding crumbling old furniture that looks unused.
What the fuck's this guy been doing for hundreds of years?
Well, if you don't need to sleep, you don't really need a bedroom.
Yeah,
Masturbating dust everywhere.
Yeah, but apparently he's still hiding his spellbook somewhere.
All right. What's plans? You got
I'm trying to get to where the lich is going.
strength
so
check.
I unfortunately only rolled 10.
10. Yeah, again, that magical lock is resisting.
Can we all try it together?
I attack it.
Sure.
Attack the darkness.
Are you actually gonna take a swing at it? It's a stone door with an amber lining. You've got like the thinnest of cracks to try and if you want to try and wedge your weapon inside it, but
I'll try
I'm
the
gonna
strength.
try and
I'll
shove my dagger through it.
Yeah, if you're helping, I'll try the
Ew.
strength. I'll try the strength
wait.
check again.
Not like actually has a dagger.
If I'm getting aided, I will try the strength again.
sure. Do I get an advantage? Yeah, you're being assisted. Yeah.
I get to 15.
Yes, that doesn't quite cut it.
But I'm close, like I can feel it.
You can feel amazing tension against that.
Alright,
Against that door.
should we try
Such
one more
amazing
time?
tension.
One more time?
I
can
will,
feel it
I will
moving.
assist you.
Thank you. That's 21.
Still no. Like,
So ripped up door.
Like, we're straining to the utmost here.
Is there anything that looks like it's not rotted away in the room?
You don't happen to have a knock.
No, you already said it doesn't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've already asked that. I
it
knock on
doesn't appear to be. No, basically everything else in the room is. You know, if you go and try and approach any of those tapestries, as soon as like there's even any sort of air moving around, and they start to like crumble into dust.
I knock on the door. Like, literally knock on the door.
You just sort of hear the sound of like a room behind it, just sort of like echoes slightly.
Casimir, have you any way to open this door?
Oh, that's right. We have a useful
Fucking bird.
wizard. He's useful in his way.
Oops, sorry.
In a way.
When I absolutely have to be.
I've got counterspell, but I don't have.
No
I don't
way
have
to
dispel
dispel
magic.
magic.
I should probably heal myself. I do that.
I will quiz Casimir about, or further press him about, what's his name? Isengard. Xanthar.
Okay, so Casimir is sort of up near the door, and you come up and ask him, and what did you say the name was?
I think that was my question, was it not? What did you say his name was?
Zanzibar.
Roll me
So-
intelligence on whether you managed to catch the name. This is a check.
That's going to be a big fat no.
Okay, you sort of fumble across the name, and Casimir is like, please, show show the man with some respect and actually get his name right.
Well, then aid me in this.
You mean Mr. Cloud?
Why do I do
Please.
this? Because I can't fucking do it right either. It's
Please, I do genuinely mean no.
Say it with me. X
Ex-
F anta. Exif anta.
Exifanta.
And you hear this click next to you amongst the door.
It's a bomb.
Everybody get down!
And just like the sound, you hear that sort of same thing, like of a spell just like disabling.
Oh, he's one of those useless people who uses their own name as a fucking
Exifanta.
password.
And
The next one's just going to be password with a
and
one.
it re-engages.
So, this friend of yours.
You're going to hand this up, aren't you?
Yeah, Exithanta, yeah.
Yes,
And you hear that.
yes, Exifanta, yes. I mean, generally, liches only formed from the death of quite powerful mages and wizards.
Oh, he was very much one of those.
Indeed, indeed. And you said he was one of several guardians of these temples?
He was sort of the law master and guardian of the knowledge of this place.
Really?
I am very glad that he's still here. I thought it would have been lost to time because what he knows about this place would help me a lot finding what I need out of this, and probably what you guys are looking for as well.
It's a bit late for that.
So this whole conversation still going on?
Yeah, man. I'm not giving up on any of this.
Milk this shit for as far as it'll go.
Much as possible. We've met. Lawmaster, keeper of.
It was essentially like Lord Master. He was the head librarian. Like this area of the temple is like the storage point of all the knowledge here. If anyone was going to know the inner workings of this place from when it was operating,
Which god did you guys follow again?
you wouldn't know them.
So,
He sort of like brushes you off. He's like, it's one of the elven ones.
I've
So-
met
They
a few
live in
elven-
Canada. They go to another school. You wouldn't know them.
So-
I've met a few elven.
Cass,
He's sitting there like,
Yeah, just name, like a nickname or something. Yeah.
Casimir, so it's entirely possible that he would have written some of that lore down.
well, you can see most of the stuff that's been written down is long rotted.
Most of it, yes.
Even that book you brought out of the library fell apart.
Yes,
It
yes.
was in the library.
He was talking about it when he brought it out.
Yeah, I was talking about the library. Like, I get all of the books that I would have taken out of the library.
All the ones that you've brought into the room with you are all just crumbled dust.
But they didn't.
Even
do
the,
that
the
in
most
library.
shitty looking one.
Even all six of the ones you grabbed have all, because I think you grabbed 3 of each, yeah?
No, I got the 3 most expensive and the least expensive looking one.
Okay, so all
Yeah.
4 of them are just
Yeah.
like crumbled to rotten dust.
But while you were in the library, they were fine.
Yes, but while I was in the library, they were blank.
But he's in the library now, isn't he?
No, the library's over that way.
Oh wait, I thought he went in the direction of the
No, there was
The smoke went north, the library is to the east.
Oh, okay.
yeah, all right.
Yeah. So he's anytime you sort of probe him for information on the gods, he's sort of like, don't you worry about it, it's fine.
It's kind of a
Narlag,
thing, you know.
Narlag
like
is
worrying
going
about
to skim
how the
through.
gods feel.
Narlag's going to skim through that spell book and see if there's anything that isn't isn't spells in there. Because like wizards would write just like generic notes in there as well, presumably.
Do they? Or do they normally keep their spell book, pure and organized?
I mean, it's like real bad voodoo to be writing something in a spell book that isn't a spell. There is a real good chance it becomes a spell, and you don't want your shopping list coming after you.
I cast bread and eggs.
Essentially, it's that. Any of the notes in there are usually, reference to incantations and rituals and so forth. It is a spell book. It is a book full of spells.
Fair enough.
So in all this conversation of saying this guy's name back and forth, was the latch disengaged at any point while we were trying to wrench the door open?
Because we were doing that for a while.
Let's see. Okay, you hear the sort of sound like
clicking, engaging, and clicking, engaging. And then at one point, it disengages just as both of you are like, oh no, because it's pushing all. You both sort of like time like a shoulder charge and just like bang straight into it. Both of you go tumbling through as the door has flung open, and you guys are like falling forwards, like trying because you weren't expecting this one to work because nothing else has worked. And just as you're saying the name again to re-engage and sort of watching it, you sort of see the door fly open and you see the locking mechanism just sort of like flare up, and it's like you almost see like this shape of like a deadbolt appear out of like arcane, but there's nothing for it to latch into anymore.
Yeah, good system.
Okay, that is
We solved the door puzzle.
behind
Eventually.
the secret door is a small dusty room. Rising from the floor in the eastern half of the room is a scaly arm and claw clutching a small box made of bone.
Go open the box with Mage Hand.
Okay.
Why not though?
Because Gwyneth Paltrow's head's going to be there, and it's going to be like an 8-minute bit on that.
Sorry?
Can I?
Really?
Sorry. Just on theme of what we're doing right now, what kind of roll would I need to make to know about what a witch's deal is? What do I know about witches, Ryan?
They get stitches.
Aside from the stitches.
And the bitches.
Though liches don't get bitches.
Roll
Shows how much
me
you know.
an
They get plenty of bitches.
intelligence. Because this would be a knowing thing.
I got a +0 in intelligence.
Ooh. This sounds like something I'd be
5.
good at.
Liches.
Liches, man.
You can sort of see around this box. There's just like this, like a black mist, just like pouring out of the top. It's just like ever so slightly. So, yeah, that's weird.
So we were following the black mist through this door, and now there is black mist around that box.
Yeah.
Rin's
What
gonna
about-
jump over and do it and smack the box.
What about a religious check?
Religious. Saying you want to smack the box. Roll.
Sorry,
And
like
you
that.
can,
Like
you can roll your religion check.
we're in the middle of doing a thing here. I'm like, yeah. 24.
24. You definitely hit.
24.
It's regular damage.
Yes, please.
Not bad.
13 damage.
Okay, so you sort of. What's the damage type of your magic fist?
This is with my staff.
Oh, it's with your staff? Okay. So it doesn't have associated damage. Okay. So you come flying in, like bringing your staff down on top of this thing here, and you sort of hit the top of the box, and the whole staff just sort of like rebounds off violently.
But it's a magic staff, Ryan.
It is.
Okay.
Apparently not that magical.
It's a magic glitch box.
What's your on your religion?
21.
21. Okay. Through your
It's a magic
learnings,
glitch
and
box.
you know, because the fact that you also realised what a lich is as soon as you saw it, you have heard of
I don't
their.
know.
The glowing eyes skull kind
Yep.
of gave it away a little bit.
You have heard that their essence is stored in a container.
A phylactery, if you will.
Yes. And that requires holy powers or holy damage
Like radiant damage, for
Like radiant
instance.
damage.
Like something
to
that
crack. Something that
then
your staff doesn't have.
I get out my mace.
Yep.
And before he swings, at the risk of being that guy that doesn't want to destroy everything we encounter, might I pose that there is something that we can get from this creature before we send it to its earthly rest?
What can we get from it?
as?
Everything it has in its head.
What specifically?
I mean, that's a lot of. Did you not see it? It's a lot of like clouds and dust and stuff. I don't think we really
Perhaps
need that.
less metaphorically for the paladin inclined of us. Before his death, and indeed after it, this was the keeper, one of the keepers of this temple. He has great knowledge of what we need and what we're about to encounter, and perhaps we can get that from him before we dispatch him, as indeed we mostly should.
Thing is, I feel while it's in its box, it's going to be easier to kill than when it's not in its box.
Ultimately, it wasn't that difficult to kill the first time.
Yeah, did you not see it? It's a
Did
lich.
you see how I punched it?
I mean, like he punched his jaw like clean off. Like By the way, man, like, damn.
That was a magic fist bump.
Yeah, you're like, you're.
Mage
Okay,
hand-
all right,
mage-
I'll
mage hand
I'll
fist
roll
bump.
for that if I have to. But I'm saying I brought the fist bump into this plane of existence. Now, okay, that was the first time anyone had done that.
Yeah.
Call it. I'll fight you on that one.
Like the baseballer that claims the first high five.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was back a while ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not like
I
years ago.
forget
I
his
had
name,
it.
but
Jeez, yeah, someone.
I think it's like Lenny something. I might be thinking of the wrong one.
Someone put their hand up and claimed the high five. Balls.
Like that. Yeah. It is on the table to preserve Lich.
So,
For the-
so you're just gonna take the phylactery and just keep it about your person all the time, and you just carry it with you. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'll put it in my wallet.
Just put it in your wallet. Yeah.
I think that's a terrible idea to keep that thing alive.
That's a terrible idea to keep it in your wallet. They don't still like that. Does anyone pick up on this?
I'm not doing this
Okay,
one.
no, never mind. Cool. It's fine. We'll carry on. I'm not going to defend this joke. It's really not worth it.
I need an explanation.
I really want to know now,
No,
though.
we'll leave this for the audience at home.
Are you making a clever parallel between phylactery and
Photos.
Credit card.
prophylactic?
There we go. You got there in the end.
Oh, that was a long walk.
It was a long way, and it
Hold
was.
on,
The destination
hold on.
was not worth it.
That's gonna be a really awkward mix-up some point down the line.
Like the lights are off and you're fumbling. Like,
Hold on, baby.
Yeah,
I'm just
go on.
gonna put this box containing the Lich presents on my dick.
Oh no! Oh no!
Thinking about
I
it,
swear to God, this never happens.
thinking about it, that is probably going to be a better contraceptive.
Because you're not going to have sex.
100%
Well,
success rate.
You'll have a literal bone. Wow, that was worse.
No, I think we're ending on that one. That was,
Yeah, that was worse
Wow.
than his. Okay.
You gotta clap. Just accept it and move on.
The argument on the table is keeping Lich versus not keeping Lich.
I vote we destroy the Lich. If we can find a way to interrogate him, I'm all for that, but we should not keep him alive.
to be clear, it is a
To be clear.
to be fair. This is a
actually.
incredibly magically powerful creature that is past the mortal realm and perhaps isn't in complete control of its abilities. Ultimately, it does have to be dispelled. I am certainly not of the opinion that we befriend it and try to have it join us on our parties, although, I mean, that could be fun. Like, if we're going to break off and do it. But anyway.
The point of that might be past after we just, sort of killed it once already. It might hold a grudge.
Well,
It might be the grudge.
Well, it may
Like
be.
that movie.
If it's the spirit of a librarian, I imagine it's going to be like pretty chill. I think it is at least worth trying to get something from this thing before we ultimately throw it in the back and kill it anyway.
It's funny that you're saying that it being a librarian means that it might be chill, because that is the damage type that it almost killed our paladin with.
I like it.
Also,
Librarian is a damage type.
yeah, that's where my brain went as well.
Yeah, I
You
was
take
trying
13 points of quiet stern damage.
That would be psychic.
Shh, damage.
You take 13 points of.
Chilling.
You're all horrible people.
Can we talk to the box?
So wait, it's
Does
kind
the
of
box have anything to say about all this?
it's still kind of 3 against 1
I'm like
on the
knocking
killing
on the top of the box,
thing.
going, "Excuse me,
Housekeeping.
Example.
I can knock on the box for you. I'll get out my morning star.
Are you in there?
And
it is me, Rin. We met earlier.
I knock on the box
Oh, I talked to it with psychic.
because isn't it kind of 3 against 1 on the whole killing it thing?
Well, I think it's worth trying to communicate with it and get the knowledge we can from it, but like the low chance of that happening.
It doesn't have ears anymore. Or a mouth.
Can I just point out to everyone? I'm not sure everyone's actually realised this. It's an evil lich. Just putting that out there.
We have realised this.
Someone knock on the top of the box.
I was like, no. It is me, Rin.
That sort of flowing, sort of like we're talking like dark, like dry ice mist coming off the sides starts to like coalesce back up around the sides, and over the top is just basically like this skull, sort of a skull shape, just like. But every now and then, just like a light breeze comes through and like deforms it, and then it sort of reforms back again.
Hello.
Dave just sort of keeps sending a telekinesis ray through like half of it.
And it's basically just like you see this hole go all the way through, and it's like close back up. There's no sort of lit up like brightness behind it, but it's sort of
Does it transform?
Yes.
Could you perhaps answer some questions now?
What do you require?
We are seekers of knowledge.
Prove it.
I can play this game.
Not like pulls out his book.
What is your aims in the temple?
I feel like Augustus would have loved this temple.
Oh yeah, he would have made it his home.
Yeah, but he's dead now.
Well,
So is the lich.
Yep.
Ah.
we're gonna find out that Augustus is basically just Strahd now, aren't we?
Or is this Lich you're talking to now? Who knows?
Everyone's a Strahd.
And Augustus at the same time.
He's just a really good illusionist.
wizard.
Is anyone going to pitch in on this, or is this going to be me talking to her?
I mean,
Look,
I can
like,
talk to
you're-
it if you want.
You are.
Hey,
are the
to be clear,
wizard.
Morning Stars aren't talking.
Okay. Is
You've obviously
Casimir
never talked
in
with a
here us
morning
right
star.
now?
He's sort of standing back and watching what you guys do. If you go ham on this thing again, you don't know what he's going to do. But he's standing back.
But he's listening to what we're saying.
I've got my morning star in my hand, by the way.
I take out my other book.
The one from
why use Facebook?
Okay.
Why use Facebook?
Yep.
Open it up to where the bookmark is, and show him a golden harp with a crescent moon backing.
Yep. This is the harper symbol.
I come from a people who are seekers of knowledge. We travel planes to meet with keepers of great law, to learn what secrets that we can.
It has been some time since I've met a harper.
We've been removed from this plane, and especially from this town, for quite some time.
I suspect so.
In such time, you have, I can only imagine, amassed great knowledge that belongs
Roll
in great.
compliment. Okay.
And also, hey, by the way, those eyes, wow, just wow.
You have dazzling eyes.
It's sort of it's focus. You can get the sense it's focused in on you and no one else at this point. What knowledge do you seek?
Oh man, I mean that's a hot. You're all standing here. You're all like in the room at this point.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay.
Dave just like hovers right next to your face.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him, boys.
There are treasures kept here. One of which,
Most would call them tithes.
one of them is a weapon of great power. It is not something that we would generally seek, but it is an item to which it can be put to great purpose. We can free this land and
That
defeat.
description would describe many items.
Then please point us in several directions.
If you require arcane knowledge, there is the libraries. In the lower levels, there are the treasuries, where the tithes were sorted and kept. There is also the gifts.
The gifts.
Of course, the boons granted by the deities of the former residents of this temple are powerful.
When they.
It's sort of
New phylactery,
you sort of see like the eyes, eye holes and mouth and sort of the nose holes sort of like shift within the shape of the skull, and then like the actual outside of the skull sort of catches up with it, and faces towards you as like they are held within the sarcophagi down below.
Would one of these gifts be a glowing sword? I know that probably doesn't narrow it down.
The gifts are of abilities, but with every gift there is a bane. No power is without its own consequences.
True that. A library, a treasury, and... Did you call it a treasury, by the way? Or am I making that up?
Sarcophagi.
It had sarcophagi. It was a treasury. yeah.
Treasury? Yeah.
A library,
Library,
treasury, sarcophagi,
and
walk into a bar.
Sorry.
No. Now you have to finish the joke.
No.
Come
no,
on.
It doesn't.
It was a pineapple.
I'll take it.
What?
It's as good as no jokes ever go.
It's a joke that reoccurs throughout movies where, like, you only hear the ending couple of lines of "It was a pineapple," and all the characters laugh, so you think it's the most hilarious joke ever.
Gotcha. Sarcophagi are based within the catacombs below.
And if someone was to keep a sword of great power, something perhaps that could scare even an ancient vampire, where would such a thing be kept?
If that was offered to the temple, it would be amongst the tides in the treasury.
As in the treasury. A final question. What is the greatest power kept here?
That depends on what you seek to do with it.
There's nothing over 9,000 if that's what you get.
Depending the situations, any of the boons, the gifts, can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah, okay.
The treasury can buy you armies.
Arcane power.
The library has wealth of that.
The library's texts are blank.
They are blank to those who don't know how to seek the information.
How does one seek the information correctly?
No shit. It is a great and ancient power called the Decimal of Dewey.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Oh, that was solid. I was going to find a bit on there. I'm not trying to Google it.
You will need to invoke some ancient runes, which we call Bing. Really, Bing?
Ask Jeeves.
He uses Bing.
The Seekers.
Honestly, people searching for porn. Do you know that? Bing is like an excellent porn search engine.
What?
Why would I know that?
Why would anybody know that?
How would anyone find that out?
Yeah.
Nobody uses Bing.
Yeah. Someone used Bing to find that out.
Very interesting. So you type into Bing, what are you good for? And it's
Yeah.
like, porn?
Or you type into Google, what is Bing good for?
That's just like one person's search history on Bing is like, what can I do with Bing? Can I find porn on Bing?
Porn.
It's just like each time just giving like one search result. It's like, yes.
No, it gives you exactly
Yes.
what they gives Google. They did a test. Bing actually copies a lot of what's in Google.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those who seek information in the libraries, if they speak the Druid words, they have access to the tomes. And then the skull basically imparts the passcodes for the library, which are not specifically laid out. It's just like
Enochian.
you have
Fruit bars.
You have a series of passwords for each of the sections of the library.
Did you part it to all of us or just him?
Alright, well, while the wizards
Anyone
all
else is
go,
in there,
all
they're
go-
gonna-
Okay, I'm going to need everyone to roll perception right now.
Why?
Because he's masturbating under his
You
robe.
know, you're gonna find out in a minute.
Or not.
His robe's just violently moving.
Anyone over 15 realizes why you has a boner.
Gross. Ew. Erections.
Oh, you're gonna like that room because I have a list of what's available in there. Yeah.
I think if
At
you
this
kept-
point, Trevor's moving uncomfortably in his chair.
The books that I grabbed,
Like everyone like really robs up.
did they actually crumble to shit, or can I bring them with me back into the library once we actually go in there?
Sure.
Wicked.
You can pick up the dusty
So,
dusty remains.
Yeah.
Why you done with the asking of the question?
I'd say we're pretty much done.
Do you realize that you're a lich?
It would be foolish to think otherwise.
Look, I know that, you know that, but you know how
Roll
this
me
goes
insight.
sometimes. 19 plus something.
The spirit in its current state seems a lot more cogent and so a lot more knowledgeable than the version you're fighting before. It's almost like,
Killing him was a service.
well, like the other one was like had become forgetful, and this is on the point the whole time. Like it's telling you everything,
Do you remember your name?
Like it's more powerful.
and it says, Exanta, and you hear over the far side the door is like.
When you inhabit a body, you begin to lose something of yourself. You are... Actually, you can detect evil, right?
This is my first time having to return from destruction.
So that was
Do you
your
mind-
old body.
Do you mind casting that around
That
again
was your
and seeing
body
if there's
then.
anything evil in this room?
Sure.
Oh, it's still evil as fuck. But that's just the process of becoming a lich is not pleasant.
No, I don't imagine.
one. It's a bad one.
I would know like some, like. Well, I don't know like most.
You
of
have
it,
knowledge
but
of
I know it's
you
fucking
have
evil.
knowledge of a phylactery.
Yeah.
You have a knowledge of the process
Yeah,
gone
and
into
it's
creation
fucking
of it.
evil.
It is. There's a lot of murder. There's a lot of blood. There's
A lot of
not
killing
yours.
things that you love.
Yep. And then succumbing to a poison that of your own creation.
Like
It's
there's
not a
even
good time.
there's butt play in there. Like there's a lot of stuff.
That's just mostly just to prepare the body less than to prepare the mind.
You have to eat several bananas.
Oh, no, okay. I mean, you had me there for most of it, but... Ugh, potassium.
So you done?
I'd say we're done. All in favor?
Oh, like the
Well-
morning star's already coming around.
We'll fill this part in with just like random babbling, trying to ask questions and absorb knowledge while violence kicks off.
The morning star's coming around.
You hear Casimir from the back is like, "Don't
Yeah.
kill him," as they bring the Morning Star down.
Yeah, I don't trust him. So yeah.
Right? And you're souping that up with super paladin power.
Yes.
Roll me the damage because I'm not even going to make you roll a hit because it's a box.
I could miss.
It
But
just
no,
be a
no.
box.
Okay, if you roll a
Yeah, anything other than a 1, fine, 1, yeah.
Now straight damage is probably not going to do it. So I'm going to. Should I ignore my?
just roll the radiant part of the damage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to do extra on it. Super up and use those spell slots.
22.
Ooh. Okay. You bring the Morning Star down this box and just let the radiant as you bring it down, like it lights up on the front edge like a meteor coming into the atmosphere, and this sort of white force strikes directly into the middle of the box, and just like that black skull disperses, and just like the mist is just like blown off to the sides, and then crashing through the box, the remains, the ashes are just like busted open, cracked, and just burning with like this holy white fire.
Take pieces
And
of
then
the
the
box.
temple starts to collapse.
And Casimir is like running forward. And I was like, he was trying to get in the road and try and stop you. I was like, why? He helped you. He helped. He gave you all the information. He only attacked when you attacked. Why would you do this?
Suffer not the lich to live.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
I said it once before
Oh, you
already.
did already.
Yeah, I got it. That was good.
I'm not sure if I've mentioned this earlier, but Lich, like Lich, do you know what's involved in becoming a Lich?
I'm aware.
Okay.
So why are you opposed to him being killed? He's
Because-
almost certainly sacrificed some of your loved ones.
But has managed to preserve the knowledge and the powers of this place.
Yeah, Lich.
And Casimir just sort of like takes 2 steps backwards and turns around and starts walking out of the room.
All right, fellas.
Like, Ulrich's just sitting there, can't comprehend the fact that people don't want to kill this thing.
I'll actually go with Casimir and throw an arm over his shoulder and try to yeah, look, man, I get it.
So he sort of like storms out. You follow maybe like 10 feet behind as you go through the open secret door. You're looking into the room and there is nothing. You can't see him at all.
He was a ghost the whole time.
God,
Yeah.
I actually knew that.
I've been
You made me spit slightly on my iPad.
That's the new gold standard.
I've been waiting for him to try and kill us. Like he's going to betray us any moment now.
Nah. Like, we still have to save his sister for him.
Yeah, I'm fine to do that. I'm like, save the damsel in distress and all that. But he's so gonna try and kill us, and I'm so gonna have to kill him.
I'm with you on the confidence of that, but let's remember there was a toy maker who did fuck all.
And we hate him.
Hey, I
We
stood
were
up.
so sure.
I stood up
about
for
that
him.
Innocent fucking toy maker.
I stood up for that guy.
Okay, you guys are in the basically there is like this slight like dust cloud of like corpse ash floating around in the air that's just sort of like it's been burnt and purified off by radiant fire, but it's a bit gross to breathe this in.
Is there anything else in the room?
No. It's aside from there was this box sitting up
So he
inside
just,
this
he just had
court.
a room for his phylactery, and that's all he put in there. Weird.
I have a feeling we're also probably going to have to get to this treasure room before Mr. Wizard does.
Going straight to the phylactery room.
Gentlemen, I would suggest we take a short rest before we head through the library.
Oh
Where are you at?
Casimir like storming off through the library and then getting eaten by the
Like, he's just walking through there, like, we just hear a... He comes running back.
We go in there and it's just it's a hentai. And he's a Japanese schoolgirl.
Yametechu-san!
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem with making use of those passwords. There's a monster in the library.
I have a way of disposing of it, however, I do require a short rest.
You can just go in there and kill the fucking thing.
Yeah, but I don't have any
today
spell
we haven't
slots.
really opened a door and not had to have to deal with the thing inside.
Yeah, that's
so
true. Yeah.
We're quite experienced with that at this point.
We're gonna go in there like, oh, a monster, and Naling's like, oh yeah, a monster.
Actually,
There's been a
what
child in
I'm
here the whole time.
most annoyed about, I still don't know how the fuck those skulls got into that fucking room.
As soon as the mace comes down, he smashes the thing. Yeah. Ah, shit. God damn it.
We didn't ask him that question.
Ah.
He would have known.
The secrets die with him.
Skull crates.
Like,
Do I need to go down?
Yes. You have ways
To
down.
Paradise City.
Down,
Well,
down,
you've
down,
got
down.
you've got an elevator shaft.
I want you, please take me home.
What the fuck was that?
It's Paradise City. I knew exactly what they're
yeah, I
doing.
knew exactly what they were doing. It's
Like,
just-
I'm pretty sure that's going to get us a fucking copyright strike because it's
no,
It's dead on, right? Fucking
No.
immaculate.
it
no,
was
not
like they were in
really.
the room.
Yeah.
I
fine
don't
if
know
it wasn't
what
a
that
parody.
is. I don't, is that a
Pretty
band
sure the
or a
original
song?
album falls under parody.
Moving on.
You know, I haven't heard that song.
Because Axl
before.
Rose is really, really, like, just fine with people ripping off music that he ripped off from other people. I mean, what?
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 Allegedly, as long as you say that, it's fine.
it's how they got through 2 episodes of the Dolt talking about Trump. Is to say the disclaimer at the beginning was just like everything comes with the prefix of allegedly. What is your guys' plan? Where were you heading?
I was walking after Casimir, and then he ended up fucking disappearing.
Yeah, did the disappearing.
Like, hang on, what actually, like, was that, though? Was this, like, you walk into a room behind someone, but they're, like, quicker than you thought they were, they go out of the door? Or was this, like, did he fucking teleport?
No, it's like it is in movies. They're actually just hiding behind something like really close by, and they're just like.
And then, like, you got to pretend that you don't see their foot sticking out, because
Yeah.
otherwise this is, like, it's awkward.
Yeah.
Roll Arcana. It's a dice roll. This is, like, the third, fourth, 19 I've got in a row.
You get that sort of like it's all like a sense of like almost like ozone. Like you get that feeling like magic's being cast in the room.
Yeah, it's like slightly greasy feel in the air. Yeah.
It's something you're familiar with the greasiness in the air.
Yeah. He went to a KFC.
But yeah, he's not. You get the feeling that he's cast some sort of spell in the process of getting away from you guys.
Yeah.
What it is,
I'm not going to investigate further. It's visibility, it's vision, or whatever. Like, yeah,
it could be teleport, it could be invisibility, it could be some sort of false image.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Magic or some shit.
He did magic or some shit. Yeah.
Well, that roll established it was magic, and the awesome shit would be if it wasn't that. But
Sorry, like to it, like all right, I'm gonna get more for this. Like that was like nat 19. I got like a +8.
Oh yeah,
Arcana.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless you sort of physically witnessed it, you're not
Well,
going to
you
get
see
much
the
more.
hand gestures,
Yeah.
see like the yeah.
How secure do we feel in the Lich's X chambers? Can we take a short rest here? Hey, I want to take a short rest.
It probably not like where there's like.
It's not a great idea. We should probably go do it in the room that's now filled with skulls and a destroyed statue.
Why?
Because that's less evil.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do this in character. I actually have a character voice, so that's like.
No, we
fucking-
established you're the only
fucking
person
waste
here
of
that doesn't
time,
have an official
Yeah.
character voice.
I've tried to go with like
I
Harumphy,
would
but I
like
can't
to
stick
take
to
a
it.
short rest here. I think now that the Lich is gone, it will be fine.
Plus, you got 2 secret doors you can close up. This is probably the most sensible out of any of them so far.
To be honest, like I didn't want to say anything further, but I didn't want to say anything before. But like I can open and close that door. Like,
Which one?
click and
And say the name. You close the door on them and just say the name and just walk off. Bye. Well, you can sleep in the phylactery room. There'll be
Well,
How big is the room?
like 5 by 10. It's not going to be cozy.
let's rest in the his bed chambers.
Rin is already sitting down to rest.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like he's gonna go like prestidigitate a clean spot on the bed and just sort of lie
Go
down
to
on
sleep
it.
where I am.
You basically you prestidigitate the bed and it basically just fucking crumbles.
Fucking hell! How old is this bed?
Hundreds of years old.
Well, fine then.
I just go to sleep wherever I am standing.
Well, we're taking a short rest.
It's short rest. This is
Yeah.
just this is
Yeah,
just sitting
I just
down
go to
and-
sleep wherever I'm standing. I can do it in
He's
real
got
life.
the
I don't see
military
why...
training. Yeah, like, if you can sleep for a second, you take a fucking sleep.
I can do it in real life. I don't see why Ulrich couldn't do it.
Actually, yeah, like I guarantee you, every security guard that has been doing doors for like more than 4 hours is asleep at the door.
Yeah. So if you want to take the short rest, do whatever bits and pieces you want to be able to do. Burn some hit dice if you want to heal up.
Fuck me, yes.
Still on full life.
Well, I've
haven't
already,
actually done anything with anything in a real long time.
I've already
I think
touched myself.
I think
so-
aside from Ulrich, I was the only person that actually took damage, and yeah.
50% of the party.
Well, we still had Casimir and Dave.
Well,
Who's the?
Oh man.
beans.
Beans.
But yeah. So rest it up. Rest it
Yeah.
up. Everyone's on their bits and pieces.
Rin's going to say, I think we should head down the skull shaft. I think that is the way to go next.
Like basically, you got a way down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
there's
Is the party in agreement?
the rope's already there.
Yeah.
Just start going down the rope.
Down leads to.
The
Down. We need to go down.
Catacombs,
the
treasury.
box said that the catacombs and the treasuries were down.
And this goes down. So down.
He also said that the library was over there. I don't understand.
Yes. Well, this is what we are
Um,
deciding. I think
don't
we
forget,
should
Mitch,
go down
that,
to find the
Dave
treasuries
knows
over
that
there.
there's an area below the library as well.
No, yeah, like,
Mind you, none of the rest of you have even been in the library.
yeah, no, yeah. I'm going to explain to them the situation with the library.
Well,
and
then
like-
explain
and
it in your cool voice.
Gentlemen, there is an area that will lead us down without having to go down a shaft as such. We're through with the library, actually. However, we will have to deal with one of my creations.
If Rin,
So,
No,
so
wait,
no,
no.
then.
Now, when you say creation, you don't mean like a macaroni picture we can put on the fridge, do you?
No,
You mean an indescribable terror.
I wouldn't call it indescribable.
it's quite describable. It's got it's sort of crab meats. Oh, actually, you're really right. It's indescribable.
Yeah.
Any weaknesses we should know about this thing?
It's not particularly intelligent or charismatic.
Okay.
Wow,
if I-
now it just seems like you're being bitchy.
Oh God.
Wow, okay.
Crab
That's
people,
yeah.
crab
If I may
people,
table a proposal, our reason for being here, now we can drop the pretense now that Casimir is no longer following us, is to obtain this sword behind the set of amber doors. From what the box said, that is down. We should do that next. If you want to investigate this library, I'm sure there will be time later.
Well, the library also has a stairwell that will lead down,
And
and
as you said, there is a monster in there.
one that we can
Whereas-
very easily get past.
But I can climb a rope, and I'm pretty sure you guys can too, and that's pretty easy, and it's just down there.
Just saying, you're not making a good case for going through the library.
Like
It's
the rope,
not easier. There's a monster.
like
in there.
see this rope, like right
Okay.
here, like here, and then, like,
Try and convince us by all means, but
I think it can.
your way of convincing us is we can go an easier way through the library where there's a monster.
Well, friend Ladrin, you of all people should know that the quickest way is often the least direct way. We have found so much more information.
so
by going
athletics
a
roll to
wondrous
go
path.
down the rope.
If you want to just leap down there, you can. Yeah, it's athletics to go down.
If
The
we're
paladin taking charge.
if we're all going the other way,
23? No, wait, sorry, 25.
Like, if you think why you won't split the party by like there is a library and you guys go in the other direction, you're
like
fucking
how far?
bonkers.
How far is it
I'm not,
to the
not
next,
going to the library.
level down?
You've got about 20 feet of rope, and there's a 10-foot drop at the bottom.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it goes to the bottom, like I'll go to the bottom and then climb back up and go see how easy it is. But if there's a 10-foot drop, I guess I'll just drop.
So you drop into a
You just hear clang.
you drop into this room. It's about 20 foot square. There on the southern side there is a pair of smashed out amber doors that has been like shattered from the inside out.
Hey guys, there's more amber doors down here. Just in case you wanted to know.
Do you remember when we didn't have any amber doors?
yeah.
There is
There's probably some amber sconces. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm waiting, still waiting for the description.
you can also see sort of the remnants of the balcony that collapsed under Narlag. This is basically the outside the door. You can sort of see some parts of the balcony that had collapsed when you guys came through last session.
so
And for those of us who totally remember that, yeah, cool.
so it's basically just a way down back to where I was.
Which is next to the library, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, the library is the way to go anyway.
So sure, that's one way of doing things. There's
There's
more
a lot
places.
of-
There's more
a lot of
places you can explore from that bottom spot.
Mm.
I was giving you the most direct way to get back to the group because I assumed that would be your path that you would have been taking as a Narlag.
Mm.
Sorry, it was an assumption on my part on what a character would do, but I think getting back to the group was going to be the call you'd make.
Oh yeah. Like staying alone in a dangerous temple is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I yell up, hey guys, there's more amber, and
And more doors.
more doors. Yeah.
But aside from that, give me a perception roll for the rest of the room.
Ooh. 11.
11. Searching around, you see in the far side there is the sort of very busted up bone remains of a couple of figures.
Oh wait, and there'd be a bunch of heads here.
Oh,
as
there's a
well.
whole.
Yeah,
there's all across, strewn across the floor. There
Oh,
are.
so when I
random
landed,
skulls.
it was onto just skulls.
There's a decent carpeting of skulls through the room now.
Sorry, what did you say before?
Essentially, there's a couple of pulverized bone remains. Essentially, they look like people that had died in that room from massive physical damage. Like they got several. There's like several broken bones. Like
I would probably know what that looks like, given who I am. It's not something I did. Guys, I think there's another paladin here.
What?
They also look old. They'd be
It's probably really old too.
they'd be a couple of 100 years old. These bones.
Are we going to follow the paladin, comrades?
I'm just still yelling up. Like, if you're responding, you respond.
I believe our wizard friend is going to go through the library regardless of what we choose.
I mean, he didn't say that. He hasn't said anything about
I'm going through the library regardless of what anyone else chooses.
it. Sorry, you were just assuming what he was doing. Well, what's your,
I mean,
what
but
is your
like,
character?
accurately that time. That was actually on point.
Yeah. I believe it's a bad idea to be going through this area alone in any circumstances. So one of us should go with our paladin friend, and one of us should go with the wizard.
To clarify the question, while you were in the library, there was nothing else there. It was just you and this monster you created,
Yes.
and you are very familiar with what this thing is.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then it's probably going to be safer than anywhere else we go. We know that it is empty aside from one monster, and we know like how to
defeat it?
that
Yes.
thing. So yes,
Well,
it's actually safer than
roll
like
me an
an
agility
unknown
save.
room that we walk into.
Dexterity save.
Ooh.
16 plus
I think you get +3 from your thing anyway.
a minimum, yeah. So it's at least 19 so far.
Will be +3 and plus your shields AC.
Yeah, plus my shield.
Okay, so you
yeah.
get this. You're sort of like glancing around the room, and all of a sudden, like there's 4 or 5 of the skulls from skull room above. Yeah, ones that have been there were carpeted across the floor. 4 or 5 of them all of a sudden just sort of fly in your direction, but you dodge out the road and they hit the wall on the other side and just like shatter into dust.
Guys, I'm being attacked by skulls.
Can you climb back up the rope?
Again?
Well, I have to make a 10-foot jump upwards.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can actually do that.
With your strength, you can definitely do that.
Well, like you're 7 foot tall anyway, so like jumping 3 feet when you're that strong is not that.
Actually, yeah, good point. I
Yeah.
keep
I've
forgetting.
got the rules there for high jump straight off.
Yeah.
With your strength, you would
Yeah,
jump
you're
stupid
golden.
high.
You're golden. Anyone else might have had a little bit more of a problem.
Then I jump.
Yep, and they're going to be athletics for climbing up.
10 plus 6, so 16.
Can we run over to the rope and start trying to pull him up?
Give it athletics for pulling the rope up as well.
Oh
That is-
god.
I mean,
I'll do it.
I've got like
Are
I won't help.
like
you proficient in
While
athletics?
you're sort of climbing up, give me another dex save.
12.
Well, we're doing that together, aren't we?
12 plus 5,
Is that
so
advantage?
17.
Ryan, would we have advantage to help pull him up?
Whoever was leading it would have advantage.
Still a 12. Let's roll
As you're sort of like
damage.
climbing up, and then the rope's being pulled
Well,
up
all
as
my
well.
skill checks are
Another
shit today.
sort of handful of these skulls, about 3 from 2 different directions, get flung up at you, and there's a couple of them sort of miss and sail past. You're sort of like dodging as you're climbing up, and there's and focusing down, you sort of start seeing like the incorporeal forms of some of like ghosty style creatures that are sort of like scooping these things up and just trying to launch them at you. Every now and then you sort of the hands become a little bit more visible, and then as it's thrown, like a bit more of the arm, and then it sort of fades back away once the contact with something physical is broken.
Being attacked by Macaulay Culkin.
So ghosts are throwing skulls at you? I had a dream like this once.
All right.
You have the most unusual dreams.
Yeah, that was some ghosts down there. Does anyone know how to deal with ghosts?
Ghosts.
I do not
So you've got
know
ghost
I
room
know there's
or-
something about crossing streams.
Ghost room or library.
all in favor of fighting something that we actually know how to defeat?
I do not know how to defeat this vague monster you've alluded to.
I can tell you exactly how to defeat it.
Okay.
And I explain its weaknesses.
and then he does that thing.
Alright, like, you need to make a roll to explain those weaknesses?
Well, like, I would have summoned it in the past and, like, know about it.
Would have,
But that's
or
what-
would
that's
have.
what checks
I mean,
are.
would,
Yeah.
would you?
That's what you rolled those
Would you
checks
still
for.
necessarily know?
So, Ryan, what do I remember about it?
Like, do you know how an iPhone works?
Like,
Uh,
I know it's not very intelligent and it
That's a good point.
isn't very, like, you know, hasn't
We're
got very much
we're
force
making
of
the
will.
paladin roll checks about religion and shit. So,
yeah, roll intellect.
Intellect?
Yes, because this is going to your knowledge, not your sort of
Okay.
experience.
Yeah, okay.
Actually,
So,
a little bit.
hmm?
Intellect.
okay. So that is a 14.
14.
Let's hope it can't reproduce by itself.
Yeah, you know its sort of weaknesses in the fact that it's like it's not
We get
particularly
back in this
smart or charismatic, so. But it is quite strong and quite high constitution. I can't think of a.
It can take a hit.
It could take a hit.
okay,
Um,
so the weakness we're going to exploit in taking out this thing is that it's dumb and strong.
And don't try and poison it.
That sounds exactly like me.
Also breathes water.
Yes, but that's not exactly our weakness.
I don't breathe water.
Alright, armed with this knowledge, I'm sure we'll prevail.
Yes. Armed with the knowledge of we have to hit it real hard.
It's dumb to hit it, and it's strong.
So,
That's enough for me.
I would suggest that we try and blind it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So as soon as I knew whether it was like
Does
wisdom
anyone
or intellect
know-
that it was fell, that's fine. Cool.
Does
Okay.
anyone know,
Square away.
like, or happen to have a Japanese schoolgirl in their pocket or something? Like, we can throw at it.
Legally, I'm not allowed to answer that question.
Just give me one moment. Transform.
No.
No.
Hard pass.
Fighting evil by moonlight.
I pick you up and throw at the tentacle monster.
Okay. Are you guys just going in guns blazing versus?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Damn it, every fucking
Every fucking time.
Every time you summon something, you guys have to clean up afterwards.
Yeah, we kind of do. And all it did for you was bring
fucking-
down every single freaking book on a shelf,
Well, they found everything that was magic
Yeah.
which was everything.
in that particular room. It was a choice.
But now we know that. Now we know that the magic library full of magic books had magic. in it.
I feel like that's something we could have found out by someone just casting detect magic.
Or Arcana check.
Yeah, or just doing an
Or the
arcana.
Lich
Yeah.
telling us, or like why
Yeah,
are you getting
yeah.
hard on?
Yeah.
Basically,
This is the way we
as it
skin
currently
that cat.
stands, you guys are following the divining rod that is why you throbbing member.
Okay, I'm done, guys. Look. Oh, would you look at that? Rin died. I'm just going to delete this character.
Okay,
Yeah.
so plan of attack.
Yeah. Ulrich just lightnings himself.
Because
I'll
you guys
go in
started-
first on this.
Sorry,
I'll go in first on this one.
you're going in first.
Yep.
What?
You're going in first.
You're going in what?
Okay.
What?
I'm going in second.
Wait, is this like
You can just sort of
opposite
hear this
day?
sound of like scuttling backwards and forwards on stone as this thing's going around in there.
I take
Every now and then you hear like clonk, and then the sound of like a book flying flying through the air, and landing in a pile of paper.
It's playing catch with itself.
Well, it's still.
I take
making
it
it
this
dance.
thing's out of your control now.
Yes.
Alright.
Completely.
Why you? If you want to drop in and do something first before you guys roll in for
This has
initiative.
been more
Yeah.
than 10 minutes since the last fight, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We had a short rest.
Yes. It's been at least an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay,
And then you
cool.
jumped in a hole and they got
Yeah.
pulled back out of the hole because ghosts threw skulls at you.
Turns out you were afraid of those ghosts.
Well, no, I was just afraid of splitting the party, but yeah.
Well, so afraid he leapt into the hole first without making sure everyone was following. Why you?
Alright. I duck into the head around the door, duck into the room.
And so intrigued at what you're doing here.
Boom. From the waist, I get an eyeball on the thing, get under like the size and shape of it. It's large.
Yeah.
It's pretty large.
Wouldn't get through the
Okay.
door.
We'll get through it. Oh, excellent. Okay, cool.
Would it get
Like-
through the spot?
Well,
the
it would
staircase?
probably work its way down the spiral staircase, but it sure as hell won't get through the door you're firing from.
Yeah, like I'm not approaching this thing. Yeah. As soon as I got eyeballs on it, lean around the door, look in.
Fireball.
And bam. Now from the waist up, it is now encased in a giant cinder block.
Okay, and this is some sort of save?
That is a 16 DC for intelligence.
It is so dumb.
That is a -2. I rolled a natural 1.
I told you, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, okay. As far as it is concerned, for the life of it, it is now from the waist up encased in a cinder block.
So it can't
So-
breathe?
Wait.
But how,
Like with the -2, like maybe
Well,
it
yeah,
doesn't know
but,
if it can breathe.
but how
now.
much is waist up? Like, just entire... Just
Also-
everything?
How do you define the waist?
So
of
he
something?
can't breathe, yeah.
what spell?
Ask it. Ask
Yeah, he
it.
cannot breathe.
That one is Phantasmal Force.
How long was it last for?
We'll find out. Let Brian do his thing.
I'm curious
Yeah,
for how
we'll
this is
find
going to
out.
play out.
Alright, well, maybe put a voice on and ask a question.
Okay.
I was specifically asking an out of character question about how that spell works. Because
Well then. It's Phantasmal Force. It is a 1 minute duration, intelligence, save 16.
Okay, so its reaction, it's going to sort of like it starts like stumbling backwards and forwards, and almost like a panic sort of manner. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if we can work out whether what's on it is magic.
Do we
Oh
see...
shit! I'm gonna say no. All right.
Do we see like a vague illusion of this thing, or is it just mental for it?
It's
It takes root in the mind of the creature.
Okay.
So you guys basically just see this. Well,
we see it swinging its arms around at itself.
Yeah. Look,
and
as soon
there's,
as,
like,
soon as it
stopping short as well, like it can't.
as soon as it lit and as soon as it hit and was clear that it landed, like okay, it thinks it is been encased in a cinder block from the waist up. Now,
Excellent.
if people want to just sort of pile on now, it really can't do much to you.
At what point do I
Each
get to
round
save
on
from
my
that?
turn, Phantasmal can deal 1/6 psychic damage.
And I get to save at some points.
It is if you use an action, you can intelligent do a investigation check against the spell DC.
Ah, beans.
Intelligence is not their strong suit.
All right, so let's roll in for initiative then. Me at the end.
I got 6. I got 5.
14. And
Okay,
a
so
6.
so 6 for Rin, 5 for Ulrich. What did you say, Nalag?
14 for Narlag and 6 for Dave.
Why you?
14 as well, and +2 to Dex if we wanna
We both got +2 to Dex.
fucking rock paper scissors.
Okay,
Fight for
there's my rock, paper, scissors dice.
it. Fucking first time they've come in handy. 1, 2, 3.
God damn it, that would
Are you serious? Oh my actual god.
What are we doing?
Let's play your foot. Fuck's sake!
Are we sure
At,
that?
at some point, like
Can I
fate is involved in this.
Can I say this is the dumbest thing? You don't need dice to do this.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you could just decide.
Fuck's sake!
How many? Someone want to do the math
They've
on this?
rolled 4 times.
And got the same result.
Every time. One more.
You win.
Whew.
That had me on the edge of my seat. Pay for the whole thing. Just using the edge.
We drawed
I was
4
getting-
fucking
I was getting
times
worried
with rock,
there.
paper,
You,
scissors
you guys
dice.
are actually going to prison. Like this is good Monopoly rules, but actual prison.
They're not even. Right.
All right. So,
So what do we get? Like, I'll go first. Okay, cool.
so why are you first then? All right.
Fucking- I don't know, man. I didn't plan this far.
Hit it with
You could have
fireball.
just said let Mitch have it then, so you can advance for a
I would
turn.
have been fine, but we got caught up in the thing. Fate had other plans.
That was Despite how annoying that was to get repeats, that was actually kind of fun.
I mean, firebolt, I guess.
Sure.
Okay,
That's a thing you can do.
that is definitely one of the things I can do. 18. Is that going to do it?
You will have advantage as well because you are essentially hidden from this.
No, never mind.
And it's blind.
Yeah,
I did.
that's what a hidden attack would be. So, 18.
18. There we go.
Yep, hits.
When it's not actively.
It
defending
also
itself.
does it know we're there?
No, this is you're getting.
Well, like
Hidden attacker.
Yeah, it wouldn't even know that we're there in the first place.
I don't think I need to say hidden attacker again, do I?
No, like, I'm not saying hidden attacker. I'm saying like it literally doesn't know we exist.
Not currently.
Yeah,
The only,
That's why you're probably going to be a hidden attacker.
I think I might be a hidden attacker.
I mean, okay, all right, I get what you're saying, but like it's almost like the attacker
Is hidden?
is hidden.
Yeah, yeah.
That is 8 damage.
8 damage.
You know, you're lucky it hit doing fire in a library.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright, Nalag.
Nalag is
At
going
what point do I get to try and save out of this? Is it?
If you want to.
Oh,
you
yeah, that's right. I had to
actually
try to investigate, yeah.
Yeah, you have to do like an intelligence check.
Like, we
on
don't
it.
have to specifically not hit it where its cinder block would be. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So
This
Hex,
isn't the kind of
Eldritch
illusion
Blast.
that if you prove it's false, they snap out of it. No.
it's 22 and 17.
Both hit.
Excellent. So that is 10 damage and 13 damage.
So none of these are poison.
Nope.
Cool.
Also, it has disadvantage on intelligence checks now.
Do any of us have poison attacks?
Beans.
It's never getting out of that cinder block.
Okay. It's going to swipe wildly in the direction it thinks it's getting attacked from. So
Oh, I forgot to roll those with advantage. Never mind.
just roll
Yeah.
a 2 and see if you got a crit.
Nope.
Nope. Alright. You. It sort of swipes wildly in a direction it thought it heard sound come from. But basically, it swipes like 15 feet away from where you guys are at, and just that clips one of the bookshelves that it was bouncing at before.
Wait,
So,
Trevor, you said from the waist up. Does that include the arms in the cinder block?
I mean, that's what I was pitching.
oh, okay. So it swipes with like one of its legs, trying to kick towards you. So, all right, yeah, cool. I like it. Dave. Oh, I didn't-
Shit, it's Dave's turn? Fuck.
Yeah, there he is. The next one on the line.
Yeah. So, dexterity and strength checks.
What's the DC?
12.
Dex is fine. That passes.
Yes.
And what was that on? Strength?
Yeah. I have no doubt.
Yeah, that one passes. That's 23.
Oh, wow. I'm so surprised.
Rin?
Oh, I have no interest in going into this library. You fellows have this well in hand.
I like. There's always someone like not being part of the fight. It was Casimir and Wayu last time. Rin has been a couple of times.
Magnus rushes in. Taco's good out here.
Yeah, there's basically that. Ulrich.
Oh, cool. I hit it.
Yep.
Advantage?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
2 ones.
A 2 and a 4, but that equates to 10.
No.
Yeah, wow.
That happens.
That's 22.
Yeah, that one hits.
That's a 9. And I don't care enough to do any extra things.
Just 9
Because,
It's not really worth doing extra things on.
yeah, I need long rests before that happens. And I'm going to knock it prone.
There is a save on that, was there not?
It's a I think it's an opposed. Let me
It's a
double check.
opposed strength, I believe.
Which I guess for it is probably quite high.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when
Alright, let me just
what I
double
roll.
check. It's a shove, isn't it? It's a shove. Must be no more than one size larger, which it isn't. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check, contested by their strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics. Do I get advantage on this or not?
No.
I get to 16.
Yep, it works. because I rolled a 3 on the dice. So no
Cool.
matter what my bonus is, that's not great.
It is prone.
Prone. All right, so it's more advantage for the melee hits. Why you?
How's it looking? Other than encased in a cinder block?
Well, you don't see that. It's the only one that sees that.
I mean, I imagine. It does. I'm like,
So you sort of see the sort of flickering outline of the cinder block. You reckon it things.
can we have that? Can that be a yeah?
What you can
yeah.
see is like, this is what I want to put in its mind. This is what I imagine it's seeing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that?
Okay.
Is that?
The wizard who cast it can see it. Nobody
It's
else.
had a few good hits into it. Like you can see some damage going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. We go with that. Fireball.
Firebolt.
Fireball. There's going to be a 14 to hit.
With your advantage as well.
Oh, there we go. Damn. That's 20, my dude.
Natural 20.
That is a natural 20.
All right. I think that hits.
I think it might hit.
So it's going to be 2d10.
I thought it was-
Almost as if you're
I
a
thought
hidden
you already
attacker.
had 2d10. I thought Firebolt was 2d10 at like level 5.
Well, you know what? That actually is the case.
Yeah, because Eldritch Blast is like you attack twice at level 5. with
Yeah.
it.
No, you're right on that one. So that is going to be 17 and 12.
So 29.
That's the one. And I'll just eat the fucking other d10 that I didn't do before because I suck and didn't read the thing right, but good catch.
You're not that kind of wizard.
I'm not really that kind of wizard.
Yeah.
Also, the that can do 1d6 damage on my turn, but the language is like if you can reason that the thing would do damage.
Right.
So
This is a sight blocking thing rather than anything.
yeah, I think
would
like
be
getting
around
like
its-
blinding
A
is
sight and
probably
claw thing. Well,
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, it wouldn't be able to breathe.
yeah, well, like it'd start suffocating
Yeah,
after
it's,
about like 5 minutes.
Its con level is enough that it's going to be able to hold its breath for a while.
Yeah.
Before it starts taking any issues there. All right, Nalag.
Eldritch Blast. Oof, that's 15.
Don't forget advantage.
15.
No.
I take it a 25 is going to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. 10.
10 damage.
Yep.
What do you think now,
Okay.
How's it looking?
It's not looking great. It's not looking great. It's going to see if it can do an intelligence check. No.
Has to do it with disadvantage anyway.
Let's see how much worse that can get. Significantly worse. All right. You
No,
don't
like,
try-
out of interest, are you emotionally attached to this thing at all? If someone was to try to dissect it afterwards,
Not in any way, shape, or form. These things were raised by things that were around before the gods, so they are most undoubtedly. Please kill them.
Really? Okay, interesting.
It's Dave's turn.
Frost Ray and Strength. So Dex and Strength.
Dex fails. Strength passes.
Wow. So it takes 10 damage frost or cold,
Okay. 10
and
damage.
its speed is halved for whatever that's worth.
How did it take frost damage?
Because Dave has a cold ray. Yeah, he has one thing that can damage, and it's a cold ray.
Rin.
So you've never done that before.
No, I have.
He's got to roll it.
Yeah.
And then the thing has a chance of resisting anyway.
Yeah.
Rin, are you still?
So we've come down like some stairs to get into. There's
It's not
like
even
a
down
doorway.
some stairs. You've gone through one of the secret passageways from the Lich's bedroom into a library.
Rin's standing behind everybody else, and he's just like little clap going. That was a very impressive spell, Morden. Nice work.
Continuing on with the.
I'm gonna stay back here though.
Oh,
You know, like that actually means something. Thank you. That's not. Thank you. Can I get +1 for that or something? Like I feel like buoyed by that. I feel like I
I'll
should.
give you a point of inspiration you can use in this game.
Yeah, actually,
for real?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're using inspiration now?
I'm going to throw it in there because the game's probably got about 10 minutes left.
Oh, in this game. Yes, in this
23?
section.
23
Damn.
hits.
Inspiration
Alright.
is supposed to last like until you use it.
14 plus
Yeah, but nobody ever remembers that one.
20.
20,
You have a
20
fucking
damage?
point of inspiration.
Plus 2 attacks.
Okay.
You never
I think
use
that
it.
was a bedroom thing.
Yeah, flip around a bit. You never use
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So,
Rin doesn't have
Tell me how you deal with Pachul. Because that is it.
Since on the ground, got my big ass glaive, just basically just hit it,
it every
stab
part
into
you can
it,
find.
and then just like just
So,
because it's like a crab on a stick.
It's like
It's a
mixing,
crab
it's like,
stick.
No, it's like mixing a bubble tea. You get the straw in there and mix it around so all the stick and everything gets mixed
Yeah.
up in the bottom.
Yeah.
I really want a bubble tea now. Yeah. This
Finding
jewel basically like the muscle system sort of relax and it just like collapses down to the ground. You can sort of see the last of that sort of phantasmal aspect of that spell just sort of shimmers away and this thing expires.
Wicked.
Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun,
solved
dun,
my
dun.
puzzle.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Chul. Your chul puzzle. Is that what it is? A chul?
Yeah, we've
C-H-U-L.
solved a few of these puzzles now. I feel like
U-U-L.
W.
double.
Oh, no,
Double-
not W.
Double
U.
U.
Double dot 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 U.
Yes.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
solved a few of your puzzles now.
You got
I'm
an
kind of getting
opportunity
a
to use
little
your
bit,
inspiration because
puzzled out.
I'm assuming
That
you're
was
going to
easy.
try and.
I'm gonna fucking take this thing apart.
All right.
Boom,
You
like
can roll
a
survival, and you
powerlifting
can
gosmos.
you can roll survival, and you can roll it with advantage if you want to use your inspiration that I
I
gave
went to
you.
Gosmos
Hells
last
yes,
night.
that actually
Can
was
can I assist him with this?
He's already getting advantage.
Oh, okay.
He's using up an inspiration that's going to disappear in 4 minutes at this point.
I love if it fails.
It's a 17 already,
Yep.
and believe it or not, a 17 again.
I believe
I
the
don't
ability to
believe
roll.
it.
I
Swear-
believe the
swear to
ability to
God.
roll the same result on two dice rolls. It's been an example's been made of that recently. Okay, so you get hold of some of those like a section of like the carapace around the face and like peel it away, like cutting away the muscular system that's behind it, and manage to get like 2 or 3 of the tentacles that come out of the mouthpiece, like still attached, and like pull it off as like kind of like a death mask sort of setup, but with its own sort of built-in like cord, so you could tie it on if you wanted to with the tentacles.
May I?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that when I putting it out there. That sounds quite delightful. The new summer fashion.
It's going to take some effort to get that because it's quite large. It's going to take some effort to sort of break it down into sample pieces to get it added to your Facebook. But
Man,
it is
Can,
doable.
can I be the first
I'm
one to
across that.
say, ew?
Yeah.
So he's like dissecting it and like studying it. Like, I'm gonna take anything that seems useful alchemical wise, and also the eyes.
Okay. Survival as well.
Natural 20.
Okay. You get some things. You get some like some.
I get its
some
gallbladder.
ichor, You get some of like the muscular pieces. You get some cartilage and everything between the segmented joints. You get some bits and pieces that you will be able to find some uses for when I work out what they're going to be.
What the fuck are we gonna
Rin?
use them for?
Anything about you before we?
Do you want to get on this? Do you want a drumstick?
Oh no, this is disgusting.
Yes, I.
You don't want like a nice like visor made out of the chitin, like the old Asian people.
I go to
wear?
sleep.
No, I do not.
I just go to sleep.
Yeah, you're in the library, and that's where we'll finish up for this week.
So we're in the spot that Mitch was at the end of
Beginning
last
of the
session.
At the beginning of the session, Mitch has gone full circle, ended up in exactly where he was.
I literally went from one room to the next, basically didn't leave that room, and then came back to the room I was in.
I feel like we've
That's-
progressed so far.
Me in real life.
You guys did a lot of stuff, but it was all orientated around like 1 or 2 rooms.
It's all about the journey.
And we somehow didn't die from a lich.
Maybe.
It's okay. I got you.
Yeah,
Maybe it was-
punch it.
Lich Destroyer.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.